Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Critical Role, where a bunch of us nerdy-ass voice actors sit around and play Dungeons and Dragons. We're going great out of the gate. Well, before we jump into tonight's episode, we do have some announcements to get through, beginning with our first sponsor tonight, Cash App. Sam!
We're back on the Finger Championship Games, brought to you by Cash App. The easiest way to send, spend, and save money. The #1 finance app on the App Store, helping you invest in stocks with as little as $1. And connect your direct deposit and get paid 2 days early. And today,
I'll tell you what you're gonna do, Vince McSam! You're gonna go down in the ring, because the finger ladies of wrestling, the Flow, are gonna curb stomp your hand to a bloody pulp.
Easy, Finger Blaster. I'll honor our bout. But it's the holiday season. So before we fight, I wanted to go around the ring and say one thing we're thankful for first.
No stalling! The Finger Blaster is gonna flick your nails off.
Yeah, and high five! Can't wait to give you the fastest beat down of your career. I'm the Thumb.
Right. And what do you do again, Thumb?
I don't know. I still do not know.
Okay, we'll quickly say one thing we're thankful for, sign a holiday card for the folks at Cash App, and then you can murder me, okay?
Well, I guess I'm thankful for the hand health, you know, and the opportunity to show you what a piece of shit you are.
Sure.
Yeah.
I, of course, am thankful for the convenience of Cash App available on Google Play.
And the App Store.
And the App Store.
And you, the Thumb?
I guess I'm thankful I can bend a little. I'm so lame.
As for me, I'm thankful to have such strong, independent women in my life. Not only are the Flow incredible finger athletes, they're also role models. Today they might destroy my body, but in doing so, they'll only earn my respect.
Oh. Well, okay, well, maybe, I don't know, maybe we should let it go this time.
Yeah, I guess we got a little carried away.
Well, that's nice to hear, and it's also nice to see that you've all signed a contract to wrestle for me for the next 10 years for free!
How could you?
You monster! I'm a Thumb! Also, I signed on that side, so it doesn't count.
She's gonna be our Hail Mary. We'll find a way out of this, Vince McSam.
See you next time Cash App sponsored the show. Don't forget, when you sign up, use code CRITROLL for $15, and $10 will go to our very own Critical Role Foundation. Terms apply! That's Cash App. That's money. They told me to say that. Matt, back to you.
You lost your hat. That's a devious
No, it's her clothes.
storyline.
That's money.
That's Cash App. That's money. We're now required to say that.
Well, this episode is also sponsored by NordVPN. Browse the internet safely, but most importantly, freely. Even when traveling abroad, you don't want to miss your favorite content. Open the map, click on a location, and you'll be connected in seconds. It's that easy. Find streaming platforms at a lower price. A platform isn't available in your country? Well, simply change your virtual location. No more bandwidth throttling. NordVPN encrypts all your traffic, so your internet service provider can't slow down your streaming speed. A VPN is one of those things that's just too good to have. This 2-year plan includes a huge discount plus 4 months for free. So head on over to nordvpn.com/criticalrole to try it risk-free now with a 30-day money-back guarantee.
Also, speaking of NordVPN,
Yes.
we've got an incredible high-tech one-shot that tells the tale of how a few cybernetic heroes changed the internet forever.
No, it can't be.
Join us
It can't be.
next
No,
Tuesday,
it can't be.
November 8th, for Generation Nord.
Oh, no.
Ridiculous.
The long-threatened, long-awaited Nordverse one-shot sponsored by NordVPN. That's right, it became a joke and then it became real.
Just like everything does.
We gotta be careful what we say, and our very own Sam Riegel, this guy, will be the game master alongside some cast members, Amy Carrero, Liam O'Brien, Alora Bailey, Alu Wilson, and Christian Navarro.
Navarro.
Plus,
No, wait, we're weren't gonna say that?
I don't think we should say that.
Okay. I'm
There'll
just
be
gonna
a special guest.
There
too.
will be a special guest, and they will be
Overridden
so
by
special.
talent.
And, You can tune in next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Pacific on Twitch and YouTube. But wait, there's more. I'm switching gears. A reminder that we have. Normally we say, but wait, there's more. It's like about the thing, but there's a different.
This is
but
exciting.
This is really exciting. Reminder that we have a beloved reunion coming up. Join us for the Mighty Nine Reunited. That is our two-part reunion special airing on Thursday, November 17th and Thursday, December 1st on Twitch and YouTube and in select Cinemark theaters. So if you want to experience our Chaos crew on the big screen, be sure to grab your tickets now at cinemark.com/Critical Role.
Wow.
Fantastic. Thank you, Marisha. Telson.
Oh, I have one. Oh, right. That's cool.
You do?
This week, we released, I'm doing it, we released 2 new Critical Role books with Penguin Random House. Yeah, we're Meckham books. The Nine Eyes of Lucien by Madeline Rue delves into the early adventures of Lucien and his fateful meeting with the Mighty Nine. The audiobook is narrated by our pal Robbie Damon. That's very hard to read. And all of us join him as the voices of the Mighty Nine. It's good times. In another noun entirely, I'm going to need everyone to be creative and use their imagination because I do not have it.
No, you do. Just hold it up.
I don't have it.
Sure, here. I've got it right here.
Oh, there you go, right there. Thank you. We've got Critical Role Mad Libs.
It's so ridiculous.
Critical Role Mad Libs are written by Livs Marsham. It contains 21 fill-in-the-blank stories about dice rolls, magic, our campaigns, and more, inviting readers of all ages to verb on their own Critical Role nouns. You make the ad. Just make the ad. Be creative. I'm tired.
Trouble as a kid because I just, did dirty things.
And
My mom found it and she screamed at me.
And now you too can scream in Sam Riegel by filling in all the blanks with Laura Bailey's brain and be as perverted as you want to. It's absurd that exists.
Refilled Laura Bailey edition.
Indeed, yeah.
It's just all dicks. I think there should be more.
Comic books. Vox Machina Origins Volume 3 is now available. Guys, we make comic books too. Created with our friends at Dark Horse Comics, this volume collects Series 3 of the beloved Vox Machina Origins series, featuring misadventures at a Winter's Crest Festival. We did that at home. Huge thank you to the creative team. Writer Jody Hauser, colorist M. Sassy K, and Diana Souza, letterer Ariana Mayer. Find it at your friendly local comic store and check out this exclusive limited edition hardcover version found only in Critical Role shops. Look how beautiful this is.
Slowly, left and right, very slowly.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
It's so icy. I wonder why. It comes with a this amazing slipcase, commemorative print, and lots of goodies and extras. You open up the print. It's real perfect.
I opened a print. You opened other
Look at this
stuff.
and look on the back. You got all
Look at
the stuff. Flip it.
Ooh, I know, but I wanted to see it first.
It's so weird.
This one come out.
It's never not weird.
It's never
To have like the session we did it as like our holiday Christmas session in the home campaign and a collector's comic.
Pike still.
I still have the pen that Laura got me for Christmas. I really like that pen. It was a very nice
Still one of
pen.
my all-time favorite games.
That was such a great game.
It was.
We still have somewhere Dorothy Ox exists.
Oh yeah, I got you a Dork the Ox.
Yeah. Yep, and you got
Travis just got his sticks and pine cones.
sticks and pine
for your
cones.
yard.
Yep.
That I also kept for a long time. Little earrings.
Yep.
Your ears.
Yeah, I knew immediately.
Oh, you like these earrings? I'm like, those on the floor.
Fast.
Anyway, we can rock nostalgic for the rest of the night. Instead, we're going to go ahead and take it down to jump into tonight's episode of Critical Role.
One by one we climb until we reach the top. 2 by 2 we hold your breath and roll.
How do you want to do this?
It's Thursday night. All ye critters, come join us. It's time to continue our flight. There is magic and mystery. Who knows what will happen? He might. But one thing's for sure, we never give up on the fight.
From the healer to the renegade,
We all share the same goal. Adding more allies, taking more chances.
hold your breath and roll.
You can certainly try. It's Thursday night. All ye critters, come join us. It's time to continue our flight. There is magic and mystery. From darkness, our friendship will rise. But one thing's for sure, we never give up on the fight. Oh, get ready. It's Thursday night.
And welcome back. So, last we left off. Bell's Hells, after losing their friend Laudna in battle, absconded through Keyleth's help, your leader of Zephyra, to the city of Whitestone, where, upon asking for aid and bringing her back, discovered that she was being held somewhere by the spirit of Delilah. You went into this odd, undefined dark space, battled with shades that took the form of memories and traumas, eventually facing the shade of Delilah Briarwood as Laudna's spirit was held within this shadow form of the sun tree. You battled and seemed to destroy this tree and separate Laudna from this prison state. You all were pulled out of this, and the ritual was completed in which Laudna was returned to life. After which, you finished an evening in the town of Whitestone, said your goodbyes, and then pulling in a favor that wasn't quite taken in, offered by Eststeros previously to get you to Whitestone, you returned via the Sun Tree once more to Drusar. Upon situating yourselves there, you grew nervous after sending messages to Eststeros to no response, upon which, with the help of the now living and independent-ish,
Ish.
Living ass.
not you, I'm talking about Pate.
Oh. Okay. Ouch.
Now your old friend. Pate and Chetney together delved into a silent and seemingly battle-destroyed interior of the Eststeros estate. Upon searching through, seeing all manner of his traps sprung and gashing and destroying the furniture and walls around, you eventually found, unfortunately, the cold body of Lord Eric's Eststeros. There, where he lay reaching with his final breath towards something beneath the bed, you found a locked chest that contained a number of letters that seemed to be labeled to a number of individuals around the city, compatriots, friends, who knows, but one of which was labeled as Bell's Hells. Looking into it, it seemed to be both a letter acknowledging the long-coming shade of his lifestyle catching up to him, and the dangers that his choices eventually coming to head. He bequeathed to you the ship, the Silver Sun, as well as his handy cane weapon, Torment.
Such a good name.
But grabbing up these letters and then stealthily sneaking out of the house, you return to the rest of Bell's Hells, let them know that looks like some conversation needs to happen about a terrible loss and the growing danger of who you think may have been responsible for this death. As you all, in the setting sun and the coming night of Drusar, head towards the Spire by Fire, you quickly settle within the interior, and I assume you're getting rooms for the night?
Be smart.
I mean, yeah.
How are we gonna tell people? How do we let them know without making it seem like it's our fault?
We have the letters. We do it one at a time. We start with people we trust. If we have those letters, they'll explain what, especially to people who knew him, it's not like this was a fucking surprise.
Well, he's told us who he trusts. We got letters too, so we start with them.
Where was Evelyn? He said he gave her a few days off.
Well, we have like 5, 6 of these letters.
Should we send a message to her at least?
That's a good idea.
Maybe to make sure she's all right. Yeah.
Not go home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want me to do it?
How do we tell somebody that their friend has died over a...
I don't think we do. I think we meet her.
In person. You do
What
it
if
in
it puts her
person.
in danger?
Well, let's figure out where she is first.
I mean, let's be honest, she'd be dead already. It's not like these people can't. It's a fucking wonder we're not.
You might be right, but
Mostly.
one step at a time.
You know, you could also disconnect the dots a little bit. If we just tell her to extend her vacation of wherever she is, and then maybe we could send her to one of the 6 letter sources like Ajadiol or whatever, and that way she doesn't have to come across us. I mean, we're hot right now. There's heat. You kind of risk her if we do meet up with her. It is the noble thing to tell her in person, but also...
Well, we've got to get her those letters anyway, because if she's going to help us, not only, I mean, it's more than that. We are currently probably pretty high on the list of people who probably killed him.
Yeah, we want to get out of town as fast as possible. Maybe.
And we want to let the people who would be angry at us know that it wasn't us. We need those letters, at least a couple of them, out and in circulation.
He really trusted Mistress Shashadri. I think we start with her. I think we give her all the letters. He trusted her implicitly, so I trust her to get them to who they need to, and we keep our time in town short and get ourselves out of danger and stop endangering folks in town.
Right.
Not to be cold, but we also need to figure out that transportation offer that he made us. We're going to need help.
You mean the skyship?
Yep.
Yeah. And Shashadri is, she runs the Mahan house.
Shashadri, you mean?
Shashadri?
Shashadri.
Thank you.
Eststeros and Shashadri.
Or Laudna.
I should have shifted to the
Mistress
Mark.
or Laudna.
So she's got connections. Maybe she can help us navigate that.
We got him killed.
No, he didn't. Don't you dare. He knew this was coming. I mean, fuck, I was thinking about it, weren't you? The minute that happened, they were gonna instantly trace it to him. He knew that. Look at that house.
Yeah, it says, my fate has finally caught up to me. Did violent things, some he still deeply regrets. I mean, it's connected with us, but it might not have entirely been just us.
She read Orem's mind. Am I right? That's how she knew.
Imogen's right. I mean, we got our friend killed too. And back. But the stuff that we're getting into is really, really dangerous and scary stuff. I guess if we're gonna keep going, we gotta be prepared for more stuff like this to happen.
Yeah.
We never even got any of his baked goods recipes.
Oh, no, that's not true. Actually, he left one in the will. Maple ginger cookies, very detailed.
Those are my favorites.
His legacy.
There's probably a code in it.
Oh.
I'll take the first letter of every word and start making a list.
What does it say?
For a few days.
Does anyone speak Infernal?
It's a lot of consonants. This might not be.
You do?
No, seriously. That letter. We're the fucking legacy. We are not what fucking killed that man. We are the thing he set in motion to make sure it mattered as little as possible. We are his eventual victory. We are his fucking revenge. We are all these things. We are not the cause.
I'll be his revenge.
I have no fucking doubt.
Does this mean we have to change our group name?
Yes, it does.
The Revenge.
Revengers.
Estteros' Revenge. The Estteros' Revengers.
Shashadri.
That's what happens when you eat a lot of maple ginger cookies. You get Estteros' revenge.
Estteros' bosses? Maybe? No.
I don't. How about we don't change
Cookies of death.
our name?
Why wouldn't you want to rebrand us, Laura?
I'm just thinking.
I just got like a whole logo worked out on a couple pieces of wood, so.
Making like a little stamp.
Well, we're going to be carrying that weight for a long time of his loss, but I know that he'd want us to keep going. He had a target on his back already. We have one on ours. Nothing's going to change that. We keep moving forward. Take us a little time in town getting affairs in order. And then we get to it.
Should I send a message to Mistress Shashadri?
Any objections?
Yeah.
All right. I will send her something.
Okay.
Let me make sure I have spell slot. Yes, I do. Before I do, should I let her know who we are, who it is that's sending? She knows it's going to be from me. She'll know it's from me. All right, I'm ready.
Have you talked to her before like this?
Yes, well, I've talked to her before, and she'll know it's me.
Hell's here.
No, I don't know. She does. We don't need it. Okay.
It's me, Imogen.
Crossing the streams.
How are you doing? Okay, all right.
Y'all deuce.
Lord Estteros has fallen. We arrived in town to find his house in shambles. As of now, his body is still there. We have documents for you.
It doesn't take too long for a response to come through. Her voice creeps into your mind in response. This is very dire news. But I appreciate you and your forthrightness. Let us meet. Sorry, I did not. She was wasting.
Time for her pill.
Yeah. Let us meet at a place of your choosing. If not, at his estate.
She wants to meet at his house. That's not good.
Where should we meet, actually?
Here?
She could come here.
Would that be... That would be a little suspicious.
She's a bigwig here. She knows how to travel
She probably does.
the town silently and inconspicuously. I mean, she's not gonna make a big parade or something.
Should we do an Odahan check?
We just did, I think.
We did at the house, but let's pull it out here and check it out.
Okay.
I don't know who has it, but
Well, whoever has it, you retrieve it for Glancing at it, it appears the orb is still dark, so...
I don't know if it even works anymore. She might have found it. I say we give Mistress Shashadri. Did I saying that right? I'm saying
it right, yeah.
Mistress Shashadri, our room number here. Right?
Yeah.
Tell her to be discreet.
Yeah, and if she thinks she can't be discreet, then in her response, she can recommend a place. But otherwise, here.
All right. I don't know what our room number is.
69.
Room 69.
Sure. As requested by FCG.
All right, I'll use my...
Yeah.
Let me use some sorcery points to get back the spell slot so that I can
long as I'm
send
willing to
another message.
Okay.
We're at the Spire by Fire, room 69. Be discreet.
Come in the back door.
If you have a better location, let us know.
Terrible.
Very well. Give me some time. I'll find my way there shortly.
She's on her way.
I'm gonna go get some drinks, because I am tired and everything hurts. Any requests? I'm just gonna get a bottle of whatever, never fucking mind.
To take up to the room?
Yeah, we should be in the room now.
Yeah. We can't talk about what we want to talk about down there.
No.
Okay.
Bottle of something.
Yeah, we'll say the usual.
Yeah.
If you want wine or liquor, we'll say 2 gold
200 platinum.
for a nice quality one, or 1 gold for a standard bottle.
Nice scotch or whatever.
There you go.
A nice. I don't know, what would it be? They don't have scotch. Yeah, nice whiskey. Whatever. Wouldn't be scotch. I don't know what it would be. All right. Yep.
Alrighty. So,
We're just waiting in the room, I guess. Should we make plans for the next step after this?
Do you want to tell Evelyn not to go back to the house?
Sure, you could. Yeah. I'll send a quick message to Evelyn. Hi Evelyn. It's Bell's Hells. Am I telling her? Am I saying this?
Something terrible has happened.
Something terrible has happened to Eststeros. Do not return to the house.
We have a letter for her.
No, don't tell
No,
her.
never. No, I'm not just gonna give her the fucking letter.
She might be in danger if she goes.
You in danger, girl. Just stay safe. And you can reply to this message.
It's not like broccoli. You don't have to eat all of it.
oh, I understand. Thank you for letting me know. Oh no. Stay safe. I hope he's all right.
Oh, no, she doesn't know. That's like the worst. That's even worse.
Maybe you can tell her later.
I don't feel good about this.
No, it's a band-aid. It's really better to just rip it off.
You mean we want me to message her back and just say...
JK, he's actually...
I honestly...
just was nervous to come out and say
If
it.
it were up to me... No. Wow, we went there. If it were up to me, I would want to know where she is so we could deliver the letter on our way out and tell her in person and not over a
She fills in the
brain
blanks.
wire.
Could be worse.
Yeah, because what if she goes over there to investigate and
She's
then
not gonna
sees
go
him and
there.
she
She
gets
won't go
killed?
there.
Too smart for that.
Oh, yeah.
Although I'm not sure what can be worse than he's very dead.
Not just
Where are you?
See,
That thing is always easier with eye contact, I find in my experience.
Boy, I don't know.
I say we give all the letters to the mistress and just let her pass them out.
Is there one to Evelyn?
Yes, there is.
That's the one I'm a little. That's the one I. Putting all the letters in one basket just feels a little dangerous to me. I don't know why. Maybe I'm getting paranoid.
Getting?
I'm paranoid. But am I wrong? There's a lot to be paranoid about.
We'll all know more soon. Laudna. How you doing?
I'm all right. Thanks to you all. I don't know how I can ever repay my debt and express my gratitude to all of you for what you've done.
There's no debt. None.
Just never wished to be a burden.
It could have been any of us. It was some of us.
We were all, I think, really in the mood for more of you, and since we've accomplished that, I feel like that was kind of the intended goal, and it worked out pretty well. So, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for coming back. Would have been worse to do all that work and you decide to stay away.
Yeah, I would have fucking sucked.
Oh, I forgot about this. This, necklace that we found there. I don't know if this is familiar to you at all, but it's not mine. I just put it on so we could give it back to you.
What is this?
It was a necklace on... Oh, and... What else did I take? some dolls that you were making.
That's right. In the dream world, right?
See,
Does it come back in the real?
interesting point of order here.
Okay, maybe this is
As you go to reach for it, they're not there.
The necklace too?
Even the
The
necklace?
necklace as well.
I'm just...
Your pantomiming skills are...
She's been real distraught since you've been gone.
I
Yes,
have.
talking, gesturing to things that aren't there. It might take a little while.
Yeah.
Stay close to her.
That place was very strange. It was a great necklace. Really beautiful dolls that you were making.
Nice necklace. This is where you
It was a nice necklace.
I'm trying to remember.
Her what?
Her pockets and... Okay, a little
I thought you
bit.
said her boggett, so I was like, what is a boggett?
A boggett is like a great...
Boggett
Yeah.
is a great word. Boggett is a good word. For
It's like a
boggett.
pocket, except it's got a little bit of water in it, so it's like boggy.
Yeah, like a boggle.
Order my bucket.
my next piece.
You keep grapes, things like that.
Bug mid lightning.
What did the necklace look like?
Well, it was, I think there were 3 stones in it, and it was...
Green. There were green stone.
green, right?
Wasn't it?
Or no,
Green stone or a deep red stone? Do you remember
I
what you
made
said?
it up on the spot, so I'll...
It had some stones in it. They were
had some stones in it.
beautiful.
3 stones, and yeah, that was beautiful.
It sounds like the one that my father gave my mother on one of their anniversaries. He saved up for quite some time for it. 3 stones to represent the 3 of us. I should have forgotten about that.
They called you Matilda?
That's right.
I was a little... Yeah, but would have walked into that one a little more gently, but here we are.
I was Matilda. Matilda Bradbury.
Matilda Bradbury. But now you're Laudna.
Yes.
Is it just Laudna, or did you ever collect a few more names?
Just Laudna. I kind of forgot who I was, being alone for so long. Running from town to town, just being called many horrible things.
What would you like us to call you?
Laudna's fine.
I like Laudna a lot.
about Laudna?
Laudna. I'm not sure where this got crossed because you didn't call me Laudna or Laudna for a long time, and
Funny
then
way you're hitting the T, like you're treating the D like a T. I'm not sure why you're doing that.
Laudna. Laudna. There, he's got it now.
Bagel.
I'm gonna talk like Laura now.
Who's
All
Laura?
my lives. Yeah.
Laura was another name I was workshopping when I was alone in the woods. But Laudna made more sense. I just used to sing to myself and sing to Pate and think all the la-la-las that I used to do alone just kind of slowly turned into Laudna.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Hold a door. Hold a door.
Oh no.
Are you a good singer?
No. Certainly not.
Disagree. She's an amazing singer. You gotta hear her croon one of these days.
Take him and I push him down into.
Boy, that is just a Feywild bargain you made there with that one. That is just, they found a way to give you everything you wanted and kind of still make it very complicated.
It's a Feywild bargain.
Well, it's, I'm excited.
Can you hear her at all anymore?
Yeah, it's like a day later.
Not even, I don't think.
Yeah.
Can I hear anything, sense anything, feel anything? I need to know. I desperately need to know.
I need to know what
I
I
don't hear anything, but you did. It wasn't like there was a, the sound of a Delilah engine running in the background quietly, but you don't hear anything.
You still have your abilities, right?
Do I?
I don't know. Do you?
No.
Hit me with something. I mean, gentle, but go ahead. I can take it.
Something. It's the only way to know for sure.
Something that was, Delilah-ish.
That she would take credit for.
Reach team.
But what if it brings her back? What if every time I try to use what she gave me, it just makes her stronger again?
Oh, that's a good point.
Why don't I mean
Destroyed her, or severed the connection anyway.
There's really only one way to know for sure.
I'd say
Well, Pike said, the wonderful woman that brought her back, really.
fine.
She said that there was a little bit of something that she could still sense.
Oh, shit.
But you're separated, I think.
Just tell us what you're feeling. And tell us if you feel anything that might be a problem, and if it's a problem, we'll just fucking kick her ass again.
Take care of it.
But when you're ready. If you're ready.
Just give me some warning before you hit me with anything.
I tried to make the tiniest sparks of an eldritch blast.
An eldritch puff.
An eldritch poof.
Oh no.
It's an interesting smell.
Still dead.
Back to the protein. Yeah. As you concentrate and hold your fingers in front of you and just kind of zone out a moment, just sensing that familiar feeling of power kind of coursing through your arms, you watch as that faint spark of energy begins to gather between your palms once more, just kind of.
What do I feel?
You feel what you're used to feeling. The presence of power, the presence of woven arcana, your will made manifest through the various threads of the elements and the tethers of the world as you know and feel them in your blood and bones.
Ashton.
Yeah.
Catch.
Okay. Roll 2d20s.
I love that you didn't need to attack him with it, but you did anyway.
Yep.
Didn't.
He asked for it.
2d20s?
Yep.
Take the lowest?
No, those are your 2 attacks. You fired 2
Oh,
eldritch
right.
blasts.
Well, one was a natural 1.
Okay.
All right, I fired 2.
She's broken.
Gorgeous.
There goes
One's
the
a
window.
natural 17.
All right. I'll
Pretty sure that one hits.
Yeah. I'll just take it in the head.
Okay, so let's go ahead and roll your damage d10 plus.
It's the best I've rolled all game. 19.
19 points.
Yeah.
19 points.
Yes.
Damn.
I'll
I do 19 points with one Eldritch
I
Blast.
rolled an. Well, it's. Oh, no, I rolled 2d10s. Okay, I'll take the lower of that because I don't want to hurt you.
Whatever.
Oh, I also rolled 8s. I fucked all this up. I haven't been Laudna in a month.
You've.
Over
I
a month.
have so many hit
That's
points.
better.
I have so many hit points.
6 damage.
So 6 points of force damage. Strikes you in the head, and you kind of lean back in an arch.
And I take a shot. That felt good.
Anything?
Yeah, did it look different?
Did it look
Seem
different?
It's about the same as what you're used to doing.
All right.
Did you have the powers before her, right?
I did.
She just kind of,
Oh, you had powers before her? Mm-hmm. Oh.
she just kind of focused it.
Oh.
I was born with magical abilities. That's why my parents tried to usher me into a new life. I thought maybe if they harnessed and nurtured that maybe I could, it could be my path into a more comfortable future. That's why they were so eager to shove me out the door to the palace.
Well, that's great then. You know who you are. You're the same as you were, but oh,
That's
Who is it?
Smell anything?
Anybody mind opening the door a little bit? We're here on behalf of Mistress Shashadri.
Is it the detectives?
I'm.
Yeah, does it sound like the Green Seekers or something?
It sounds like Ollie, one of the Green Seekers.
I open the door just enough for them to peek in, but I'm using my boot to still hold it closed.
Okay. The door opens, and you see looming, like at the top of it, the outer half-orc form of Gus in the coat, and then Ollie lower below, kind of looking through. Oh, perfect. Yeah, been a little bit. Don't mean to alarm you at all. Just going through the motions that is required and been put before us, as we've been in the middle of the night now assigned the investigation of the murder of Lord Eststeros. We have an escort of armed soldiers on the outside of the Spire by Fire. We don't want to make a scene, so we just came in ourselves. But just no funny business, so this will turn into a scene. We just need to bring you for some questioning at the scene of the crime. Shashadri will meet you there, as per the conversation I guess you had. But understand, you are very much the number one possible culprits, ain't that right?
No, it's true. Look, we're just trying to make this work out best we can for you. You seem like nice fellas. I don't see much of a reason as to why this went down the way it, might have if you were the murderers. So we're just trying our best to clear your names, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, you don't mind taking a walk with us?
Insight check. It's at 21.
21 insight check.
Ooh. Whispers. Whispers means need an easy gift to give your favorite DM this year. Have a kobold who seems to have everything. Give the gift of D&D and D&D Beyond.
D&D Beyond.
Sending a book has never been easier. Simply buy a book as a gift to check out and send your friend to a code. No unnecessary trip to the post office.
Hurry up.
It's really long. dndbeyond.link/crshop.
We're having a bit of a day. Can you just say something that would to prove to us that you actually are who you say you are? What's something that only you would know about our time together?
How's your ex doing? Oh, I took your accent. Oh, see, we talked about it. What's going on? Oh, God.
You guys,
actually,
Use the potion wheel. How are you feeling? Center yourself.
I'm confused. Where's confusion?
Oh, no. I can't figure it out.
Oh, no.
Take him down. Everybody.
I'm in the wrong campaign.
You do watch Gus's face turn 3 shades darker as he kind of like rubs his nose a bit. We're friends and talking through our differences. Sorry you had to see that, but I appreciate you all being
It's good that you're talking.
It humanized you. Can you give us just 1 second? We're not going anywhere. We just have to collect our shit really quickly. It's been a weird night. I'm sure you can understand. Thank you. 1 second.
We'll
I
be right
close the
here.
door.
As you go to close the door here, I'll be like, they're outside your window, so you can't escape.
We know.
I think we're okay.
Oops. You think we're all right?
Well, I mean, their intentions.
Yeah, it's actually a good thing. I mean, we have an armored escort through the city.
We have an armored escort of people that we don't know. We don't know what they want. We only honestly know 2 of those people. So it's just, let's keep on our fucking guard.
We know Shashadri. She's trusted by Eststeros, and these 2 were trustworthy as well.
And we taking it as best we can that this is actually part of her plan and not somebody else pushing things. Let's just be really careful.
The letter to Shashadri, is it sealed?
It is sealed.
Fuck. Should we read it?
What if we just like...
Sure. What if he's like, fuck you, bitch. I made out on top. Now you're going down with everybody else.
Oh, shit.
Can you do that thing where you like hold it up to the light? So you do.
Does it have a
the
wax seal?
Yes.
Sure, I'll hold it up to the light.
Does it
It's
have a
folded
wax
piece of paper,
Here, I'll
right?
cast light on my eyes and shine right through it, right in your face.
Okay, it is a folded piece of paper.
I mean,
make a perception check
she
for
is,
me.
she is having us arrested, so I don't feel so bad about popping her letter right now. Oh, it's a natural 19. That's pretty good.
Ooh.
Or, I think it's like a +1 or 2. 21. Perception check?
Yes.
Sorry, just 1. 20.
Yep. It looks like it's folded paper. Inside, the way it's folded over, you can't make out any letters necessarily because it's multiple layers of paper. But
Chisel, objections?
No.
Yes. I don't think he'd want you to do that.
He
spoke
Open
highly.
it up. Open it. Take the letter out. What does it say?
Looking it over, it is a letter to Shashadri that speaks on a couple of his last jobs as a mercenary. He's recalling the work that he's done for her, the goodwill that they've had, and his...
I'll stop there. Goodwill?
Yeah.
So it looks like it's a good letter?
It looks to begin in a letter reminiscing. But it goes on further than that if you'd like to keep reading.
Just 1 page?
No, it's 2 pages.
Just seem all right.
Seems like it. He seems to be reminiscing about their past.
I don't want to know. I don't know
Sincerely,
what
Yeah,
to
go to the
know.
back page. Yeah, what's the back? What's the very bottom?
With honor, with love.
The very bottom...
Shit and die, Lord Eststeros?
No. The very bottom ends up, it actually states bits of information about what you guys are doing, of what you've discovered. It goes down and talks about elements of the Grim Verity. It talks a little bit about the dangers of the coming solstice and essentially says to not get in your way.
Cool. I'll put it back in the letter.
I cast mending to mend the seal back together.
Finally, that spell can do something.
Yeah?
Mail fraud.
Yes.
2 campaigns in a row.
They should just finally rename that spell Mail Fraud.
Yeah, that's... I'm so glad you're back. Shit. Let's get our... I guess we're gonna fucking go with this. It's not like we got a fucking choice. Let's just be careful. I'm grabbing the bottle, and I'm gonna open the door if everybody's eye contact.
I'm gonna use the Pearl of Power to restore a spell.
Sure.
What is the power word?
It just works.
No, you have to utter a power word.
You do?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Laura.
Power word is Laura.
I had a Pearl of Power the entire first campaign, and I think the second campaign too, and I never used a power word. I just always just assumed I could have a spell back.
Lazy.
Yeah,
That negates the entire campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I gotta start over.
All that shit.
I mean, I guess obviously the power word for the Pearl of Power is pearl.
Just pearl?
Pearl! Bat.
It's morphin time.
Hyphenated, so it's all one word.
We got a lot to do. Let's just
All right, let's go.
get on with this. So we can
Open the door. Both of them are kind of sitting out there with their arms and their coat sleeves kind of turned. Okay, great. So yeah, come with us. If we can get this done quickly enough, we can continue on with our night, hopefully without issue. Shall we?
I think we shall.
Come on, everybody. And they kind of like open a space for you to walk between them, so they can go ahead and kind of flank you through the hallway to the exit of the Spire by Fire.
Are we planning to go inside his house as we?
I don't really know what's planned there. We just kind of got the word to go ahead and loosely accompany you to the place with a few of the assigned guard. So,
Said your orders are from Shashadri?
Indeed, or at least an associate of Shashadri for rapid distribution of information, usually used in emergency circumstances here. If it helps, you're not the only ones being investigated, I assume at this moment, but you are definitely the strongest tie, since as far as I'm aware, and we were told, is that right? Yeah, we were told that you were the ones that notified her of this supposed murder, so just doing our due diligence, right? If you're fine, then there's nothing to worry about.
Cool.
Yeah, it just should be said that the people that we think actually did commit the crime are very powerful and would have no problem attacking all of us where we stand if we go to his house.
to the point, and I cannot believe I am saying this to you. If you see anything suspicious, please say something immediately because we're feeling very unsafe right now.
Was that really?
Please.
Hands you a badge. You've earned it.
I feel gross.
You got a badge? That's great.
Like a real one? Not just like the
No, they're
stick-
gift badges.
Oh, I see.
There we go. See, look at that. Maybe some of you might be able to become an investigator yourself one of these days.
We're
Isn't that
already
right, guys?
deputies. We got the badges from before.
We've always been so nice to him.
I appreciate
Quite
this.
understand.
We're assistant deputies.
Oh, God.
We don't take that lightly.
Very well. You can take it up with your supervisor. Look, I don't disbelieve you, but I got a job to do. So just come along.
Faster the better.
Please.
As you head down, you can see there's some people in the front tavern portion of the Spy by Fire kind of glancing out the opening door, just kind of asking around questions, especially as you all kind of parade down. As best as not making a scene.
As we walk, I look at the ball. Keep going.
Okay. Seems dark.
Killed a tavern ogre. Don't regret it.
That's not true.
It's not true.
I'm going down the legend.
As you exit, you can see there are 6 armored wilders right at the ready. And they kind of like fan out and become parts of the kind of surrounding guard to escort you through the street. And now this part of the evening is usually like, it's not too late in the night. It's still, a little bit past sunset, pushing like maybe 9, 10 o'clock. So the evening energy is still picking up or continuing from those who have taking the rest of the evening to unwind or finishing their business through the streets or going out meeting with friends or drinking and throwing up on the side of the road, all the things you do in the middle of a raucous night. So folks are craning their heads and watching. It's not a common sight to see an armed escort of colorful individuals such as yourselves.
Everyone's on high alert for fuckery.
Understood.
I was going to ask anything.
Make a perception check.
That's I'm not gonna say that's cocked. It's a 6. It's low. So that'll be 18.
18, okay. And you definitely see eyes peeking. You see people whispering and kind of pointing. It's, it's not like a huge deal, but it's definitely catching some attention. You don't see anything that particularly piques your eye as dangerous or worrisome at the moment. You are then guided back to the familiar neighborhood of the somewhat affluent portion of this Core Spire region where Lord Eststeros' estate resides. You were here not long ago, and as you approach, you can see the front door is open. It looks to be about 4 individuals kind of standing guard out front, also Wilders, but these wear kind of the heavier cloaks and kind of dark green and golden blazing attire that signifies them as individuals that work at the top of the spire, who work alongside the quorum. And as soon as you begin to approach, you can see already there's a few individuals on the inside conversing. As you begin to get closer, the Wilders that are stationed there kind of acknowledge, and one of them whispers into the door. A short time later, you see a cloaked figure step out. As she pulls the cloak back, you see the familiar face of Mistress Laudna Shashadri. Kind of glances out towards the rest of you. Thank you so much for meeting, and my apologies for these necessary circumstances. I wanted to get this taken care of as soon as possible, and either send you on your way or send you on your way. But as much as it is useful to engage and converse with you with what truth you may know or truth you wish to put forward, there are better means to get to the root of this. At which moment you kind of see her step aside, and inside the chamber, 2 guard individuals have brought the body of Eststeros down into the foyer, and they've set it onto the ground. A third figure, who's standing within them, kind of leans forward and begins to inspect the body. You are welcome to be present, or you can stay outside. The choice is yours.
I'm fine. Wait, are you gonna do something with him?
I'm not going to. She is. And she points, and you can see the figure now leaning down, himself wearing a dark black, like ruffled, thick hooded cloak over the shoulders. You see this pale, almost pearlescent skin. It is so like powder white. The hair is almost like a silver gray that kind of falls back and then kind of tumbles and gathers in the back of the hood. No eyebrows, just smooth brow, and the features would be almost elven, but you see no sign of elven ears or points. There is something human, but more so mystical about this figure, but also like a creepy doll in energy and just immediate visage. As she leans forward, you can see she's reaching into a small pouch and is like pulling out black ash across her fingers and is like drawing the lines across the exposed skin of Eststeros' face and shoulders across. She's pulled back the cloak or his jacket a bit and looks to be muttering something beneath her breath as she stops and glances over and just kind of turns to the rest of your group. Oh, are these them? Are these the ones that might have done it?
No. We did not.
But it does.
I've heard that before, but we'll find out, won't we?
Don't do this to him. Don't do this to him.
It's all done with respect. This is my job.
With respect? Just lying on the pavement like this?
Well, I've only just begun.
What are you gonna do?
Watch. Or if you'd like to help, hold his shoulders.
Okay.
Oh boy.
You can see now she pulls from a cloak beneath what looks to be a pendant. It looks like a golden beaked skull. A familiar pendant that you've seen worn by members of the Paragon's Call.
Are you with Paragon's Call?
I am not. I am one of the Dust Maven.
Worships the same
God. They were on the Dusk Maven wagon.
And as she kind of scatters some of these ashes around the sides of it, the guards push in a little bit closer to your sides. And you can see her You're surrounded and flanked at this point in like a large semicircle of the guards that escorted you, as well as the 4 that are out front. So you are now 10 trained, well-armored, to varying degrees wilders, and kind of pushed in towards the entryway of the estate. It's still in complete disarray, and it's been barely touched beyond just the shifting of the body. As she leans down and begins muttering, Shashadri kind of leans over in your direction. This is the grave mystic Weva Vudon. She is a very useful talent when it comes to dealing with the unexpected demise of important individuals.
Can you get that name one more time?
Grave mystic Weva, W-E-V-A, Vudol, V-U-D-O-L.
Weva Vudol, good name, Mystic Weva Vudol.
Wow, how did I hear it so
W-A-V-E?
very poorly?
I said it like
W-E-V-A. You watch she puts her hand out in front and kind of mutters for a moment. Her eyes, her pupils, these like thin, dark pupils across the bright white of her eyes that bleeds into the white of her face. It almost looks like 2 dark dots, just kind of on a blank mask. And both of them just roll back, and then you just see the white of the eyes, and now it's just this like blank, almost featureless face.
I lean over to Laudna. You should remember this one.
Looks pretty scary, right? Yeah.
Her hand out in front, the mouth turns into a smile, showing just the faint bit of shift of musculature in the face. As she turns her hand over and then tenses her fingers and lifts. As she does, the chest of Eststeros lifts up a bit, and the head lifts up with it as well. The eyes open, bloodshot, and you can see the coagulation of the blood around the bottom of the eyes, but the jaw hangs open. She was, "When did you die?" And you hear the crackling sound of air pushing against dried vocal cords.
Not but the day before.
How did you die? And there's this like weird, sickly, sweet joy as she asks these macabre questions.
I was killed by the legend.
And who was this legend who was responsible for your death?
The legend of the peaks. Otuar.
These strangers. And she takes her hand like this, and then as she twists her arm, the body like twists to turn and face this kind of awful, kind of haphazard puppet-like movement in your direction as you see now the corpse of Eststeros facing towards you. Were they responsible and involved in your demise?
No.
Twists him back. Do you have any final requests? The chest takes one big inhale of foreign air into its no longer warm cavity.
To be interred next to Mistress Brudash in the Lucent Memorial Mausoleum.
With the final gasp of air escaping, the body goes limp back to the ground. She stands up and kind of like shakes off the remaining ash, smiles and turns back to Shashadri. Well, I feel satisfied. What do you all think?
I lean down and close his eyes.
Oh, by all means.
That was fucking gross.
Thank you.
Well, that was pretty
Emotionally,
neat.
not physically.
What will happen with him now?
Well, I don't know. Turns to Shashadri. Well, we have heard his final request, so we will make sure that it is taken care of. And thank you for your forthrightness. I apologize for the necessary steps. Gus, Ollie, kind of looks over to the green seekers who have kind of been sitting in the back. And step forward. Yes, Miss Shashadri, can we do something for you? You have been absolved of your necessary attentions towards this group, this Bell's Hells, I believe. Instead, you are to look into the whereabouts of one Otohan Thul. And both of the green seekers kind of look at each other. Yeah, no, we're gonna have to pass on that one. You see, like, Shashadri kind of look a bit perturbed. What do you mean pass on this? Gus steps forward and kind of puts a hand on Ollie's shoulder. All due respect, we, it's a bit out of our pay grade and personal experience. My apologies. Somebody else's murder, somebody else's attached, send us your way, but we're not bounty hunters. Shashadri kind of nods. Well, you've been spoken of well by a lot of Eststeros as skilled and competent individuals. You hunted down Treshy. Would you also be interested and capable in hunting down the one responsible for your friend's demise?
No, we're not bounty hunters per se, but I don't think I'm overstepping for the group to say that we're very interested.
Well, let's consider this our second contract then.
I think Treshy was the first one. Remember, she gave us a lot of money because we brought him contract.
How much? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's a shared interest.
Wait, do we know the Legends of the Peaks thing?
Otahan. That's a nickname we've never heard for Otahan.
Well, what are the peaks? Yeah.
The peaks of Drusar? Is it having to do with the war? It had to have been.
That it would be. Are you asking this question out loud?
Yeah.
Apex War.
Indeed, they're in the Apex War, which is where Otahan established herself. She was known as the Legend of the Peaks because of her involvement with the Highlands, with the apex city known as Ruidus. It's the home of the Stratos throne.
The what?
Ruidus. Sruwargas.
Stratos throne. Got that, you guys? I got it.
I do not know if I spelled that right.
Sruwargas.
Ruidus.
I got SRU and then my brain.
Home of the
Stratus throne. We've heard that before.
Yeah.
The mountain range that it resides is known as the Coven Peaks, and so she was known as the Legend of the Peaks, based on the many deeds and many great, in some perspectives, atrocities it committed during the war.
She committed these, or she righted those wrongs?
It depends on what your perspective was. For the people of the Stratos throne, she was a hero. For those opposing her, she was a boogeyman, a nightmare.
She's a nightmare.
Does the Stratus throne exist anymore?
It does.
Oh,
it does.
Who sits on it? Where is? I mean, that's where it is.
The council sits on the, and you would know this, Imogen. The Stratos throne is essentially the rulership over the Talon Highlands, your hometown of Jolan. And you remember when you were young, very, very young. You probably would actually remember. Your memory at this time would be very, very, very little, like early life memories of people running, having to hide briefly. And as you've gotten older, you've heard all the stories, and you've watched like whole swaths of farmland up there in the Highland Bluffs that were torched as part of the war. There are still along the main roads, there are small strongholds and remnants, and then rebuilt watchtowers and kind of military installations along the various pathways that lead along the mountain range and out into the rest of Marquet that were part of the Stratos Throne's defense. So you know the rulership there, though it's It's called the Shadow's Throne, but it's not a singular individual. It's a smaller council now. That was part of the stalemate, was the death of the previous sovereign, if you will, kind of helped bring things to a ceasefire. That and the eventual mutual economic ruin that was transpiring with very little gained ground or material wealth.
So she could have made her way through my town at some point.
Probably. You know that Jovan, while it is largely a farm town in the Highlands, is one of the towns that most folks pass through on the way out
That's
towards the rest of Marquet.
Barrymore is there.
Yeah. So, and you've heard stories about many soldiers and warriors both staying within your village, and there was actually probably built a number of barracks and additional inn chambers and homesteads to house soldiers when they were passing through that have since gone unused and fallen to just disuse over the past 20 or so years and been repurposed.
Okay.
But regardless, I will work with the Green Seekers to put together the report to the rest of the individuals who are affiliated with the Quorum, so they will be notified of this, and you will be, for the time being, unless any other circumstances arise, absolved of my and everyone else's mistrust.
We'd appreciate it. Mistress Shashadri, in addition to figuring out how to find Thule, we have some affairs we need to get in order before we can do that. We brought letters.
I'm right here.
And letters for you and others. We're a little concerned for Lord Eststeros' caretaker, Evelyn. And we own an airship, sort of, now.
He left us something in his documents he left behind.
Not really sure how to go about that.
Let me see this.
Yeah, fine. I produced the page. There it is.
No.
I produced the page.
Chetney's dying.
Just a creepy death marionette still in the room. Roll a D100.
Yeah, she's still in the room. She's like taking his arms and folded them over and kind of like preparing him for transport, like wrapping him, kind of quietly singing to herself as she goes about her work.
Oh, okay.
She's creepy and cool, and I love her.
Should we take the body to bury, or should we leave it for them to
I trust that Mr. Shashadri will take care of his body in a way that he will.
I will have it taken care of. Well, that is quite a gift. But I suppose it is right if you are indeed to be going after the one responsible for his death. If you would like, I could go ahead and speak to my associates and have this approved by the morning and ready for pickup when you need.
That would be great, yeah.
Flew into my coffee.
It's protein.
eat it.
That's all. Well, he's just swimming around in there now.
Is it a fly or
Yes, it was like a little gnat.
It's a circle of life.
Yeah, I'm gonna still drink it.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, he's alive! What do I do? I feel terrible.
Kill it.
I can't. Well, now I feel like he lived through that.
Drowning in coffee.
I can't. Okay, I'm gonna kill him.
No creatures were harmed in the making of this show.
No.
Just keep them still here, but
I'm caffeinated.
Yeah.
My revenge begins now.
Shashadri takes this and begins to tuck it in while looking at you just for approval.
I mean, are we really trusting?
we have to. We have nothing else at this point but to trust.
Fine. Are we also handing over these other?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. I hand over all except hers. I say, I opened yours, but only because you had us arrested, and I don't really know you that well.
Looks over the letter.
I mended it so well. It was so
It does not appear to have been opened.
Yeah, well, we got tricks.
See a little smile creep across her face. I can see why he trusted you. takes the letters and kind of puts them into the same pocket of her cloak, pulls the hood up a bit.
You can just do that? You can just get a letter and not open it and read it immediately? The curiosity isn't just, like, killing you?
No, I've read many letters in my lifetime.
Super important letter by a guy just murdered. Just doesn't, you can just do, just that will, it's just willpower. It's amazing. I would want to read it right away.
It comes with experience, small metal one.
Maybe you should just open it and just read it.
Do you want to know what's in the letter?
No, it just bothers me. Doesn't it bother you? Not gonna read it?
Don't make them anxious. You wouldn't like them when they're anxious.
I understand where you're coming
The
from.
grave mystic Vudol comes through the doorway next to Miss Shashadri and goes, he's ready for moving, and I can speak with the mausoleum for preparations if you'd like, based on his wishes. That, I think, will work fine. Thank you very much.
DM, her HP and levels are like off the charts, right? Compared to me if I'm reading her as Battle Master.
Crazy pearlescent skin?
Of
using my
Vudol?
Mystic?
Yeah.
Definitely higher than yours.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Good call.
But where do you work again in case we need to do the puppeteering at some point?
Well, I work throughout the city, and if I'm doing house calls and I'm not busy, I also work throughout the wilds.
You do house calls?
Yes, if it's
Oh, I
approved.
guess that's why you're here. Okay. Do you have a card?
She looks back over towards Shashadri. She is within my employ, as well as contracted to a few other individuals who are important in the city. If you need assistance, you can reach out to us. Or to her directly, I guess, if you require it.
Just fascinating. That was amazing.
And at which point she looks over and glances at Laudna and goes, Hi.
Two Spider-Men.
Hello?
You're cold.
Is she cold? I was gonna ask.
She is not cold, she is warm.
Oh. Yes.
Interesting. I like you.
Okay.
What's your name?
This is how everybody talks to and looks at me.
Hunter's Bank, right? It's the favorite you're undead.
It's a little disconcerting.
It's a little
You sense which one?
Fey, Fiend, or Undead. And can I get a scent of the Mystic, please?
Sure. Make a persuasion check. Or sorry, a perception check. With advantage with a scent.
Oh. 17.
17. No fiend, no fiend, no fey, no undead. But there is like the skin itself, as pale as it is, as bits of the moonlight hit it, it's almost like there's reflective flecks across the cheek, like the surface of water that's moving.
Cool.
Kappa.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Just, it's okay to be honest and just say, I don't like the way you're looking at me.
I'm Laudna, and the way you're looking at me is a little alarming.
I get that a lot. That's all right.
I normally do too. It's honestly, it's rare to put me, a little off.
I take that as a compliment.
Same.
Wow.
I'm just feeling a little strange at the moment.
Yes, you look like you've had a brush with something recently. A bit darker on the edges. A bit withered. I know this. Ooh, welcome back.
Oh, shit.
And she starts walking away.
As she walks away, do you...
You need a bath.
In her head. Did you see anything else?
She keeps walking and stops. She's not even looking at you. She's just kind of like going off into the night, and she stops, and you hear a response. I don't know what you mean.
Something else. Around my friend.
Insight check.
Make an insight check.
Do her body posture back towards you with the conversation you're not hearing?
Really good insight.
Oh wait, did you say it psychically?
Yeah, I'm saying it psychically. But you know what? You can insight her
You're still
body
reading it.
posture.
What'd you get?
She's trying to waft out a fart.
You're
as you
inciting
leave.
that ass as it walks away.
She's been
21
just holding it in the last
inside
10
that
minutes.
21.
Circles all the way around the body. Yeah.
You hate to see her leave.
Oh, but you like walking
No. It's hard to tell. She's faced away from you with the cloak on, so. No response. As she kind of stops for a second, and you see the head tilt a little bit like she's considering the question in your head, and almost with a playful smile to the voice that returns to you. I didn't look that far. What am I looking for? What should I be looking for? What's going on with your troop? Tell me. I like mystery.
She breaks out in song. What is happening? Best NPC on
Maybe
the campaign.
we'll meet again some other time and talk more in depth.
Well, people keep dying around you. I'm sure we will. And at this point, she looks over her shoulder back in your direction, like unblinkingly, just... and continues back
As
off.
she walks into a Tim Burton movie.
She was claymation the whole time.
What's this? What's this?
Conductors everywhere.
Well,
What a turn of events.
I think we need some sleep and an airship.
Yeah. Is Mr. Shashadri still here?
She's still here. She's talking with the Green
Stop
Seekers
it.
and they've kind of left you your devices, and like Shashadri's talking to the Green Keepers, and like they're now prepping the body, and some of the individuals are now going through the chambers and like internally, and they're starting to give more of a thorough search over the premise, and they're starting to like turn over bits of furniture and collect weapons that have been embedded in walls and things like that.
I approach her and say, we're looking to leave town in pursuit of this Thule as fast as possible. How soon can we access the airship?
I cannot say, since at this moment in time the clerks that would be responsible for finalizing this paperwork do not arrive until the morning. But once they do, it should not take too long, especially if I'm putting my name on the transition as well. So, at the very least by midday tomorrow, I assume.
Thank you.
And if you can keep us as much out of all this as possible, the fewer people that know we're involved in this or even honestly in town, the better.
I would ask the same of you, if you do not mind.
Not at all.
I mean, so far your association has proven to be a bit dangerous. So, just know, I will not get in your way, and I look forward to your success.
Before we leave, do we want like one armored guard to accompany us to a new place where we have to stay, since the previous one is totally busted for us now?
We could stay at Shadana's.
Is there room?
I mean, anybody who we know who knows we're in town might be a problem. So just
Stay here?
Oh, in the house?
I don't know.
No, maybe no. I mean,
They
it's
were already-
Just gore.
They're not going
on
to come back to the
walls
scene of the
and
crime.
Explosion marks.
They were already here.
There's
Yeah,
always
you're right.
the soot and swell.
Maybe Captain Zandis would be cool with us staying on the ship.
That would be even better.
Sure.
Choices are yours.
Soot and swell might just be nice to have something that's
Yeah,
not
it's a place-
floating and no one's gonna
Sure.
give us
The
shit
sit
there.
and swill.
Alrighty. All right. It's you.
Actually, before we leave,
Yes,
Worm
yes.
will wander over to Eststeros and kneel down and Druid craft a single black violet and tuck it into the lapel of his jacket. Thank you, sir. We are in your debt. Trust me. We'll follow this through to the last breath. Pats his chest. Rejoins the others.
We're able to communicate with the skyship, but how should we get in touch with you around noon tomorrow if this is all processed?
Shashadri turns, listening to this question. Well, the paperwork should be completed by now. You would go to the Aries Skyport. The port captain Tang should have the paperwork finalized and will be able to usher you towards your new acquisition.
Great. Thank you.
If you have anything else to say to Eststeros, now would be the time. As she takes a step and kind of turns away to give you the rest of you a moment if you like it. And it's odd. This is between Bertrand, recently Laudna, and now Eststeros. This is the third solemn possible goodbye, silently or otherwise, said to a friend in this house. And there's an odd peace to his face. More so than when he was found. You can see as he's kind of wrapped a bit, his outfit now pulled forward, his arms kind of crossed and held over the chest. His glasses cracked but had been found and placed upon his face. And where normally there is a deep furrow to his brow, the heavy, deep, sunken wrinkles that are set across the face of a man who's seen a lot of challenge and tension. Now just sleeps peacefully.
Check his pockets.
Make an investigation check for me.
You're my favorite.
Ashley Johnson.
Chetney already rolled.
4.
You all watch as Fern gets in the ground and looks like she's kind of hugging the body, but is very overtly rifling through the pockets of his coat.
Fern.
That's what he would have wanted.
Here's the thing. I was just checking because he might have some treasures in there that we could always keep with us as a nice memory.
I was thinking maybe we could go check out his spice rack and get some of that ginger.
Okay,
he left
that's
us
a
the
better
recipe. I'm assuming he would like to.
I think you're
for
right.
us to have the ginger.
Be careful of traps. I'm sure they're not all sprung.
Yeah, not that it wasn't the most special ginger, but maybe we could just find, I don't know, some normal-ass ginger, since you just came back from being dead, and this house says "fuck you" written all over it.
Sentimental ginger.
Maybe I should go so you don't go.
Or
That's fair.
we do have a little creepy crawly you could send in there to collect a bunch of stuff.
Send that to
What are we doing? What's the plan, eh?
Listen very carefully.
I'm listening. I even got ears.
No, it's not. It's
a
not.
skull.
Now's not the time for
Sorry,
any of
sorry,
this.
we're
There's
still-
a dead man. It's
yeah.
been a lot of sadness. All right.
Sad.
Yeah, be sad. Look sadder.
I can't. It's bone. My face is bone. You made me. I can't even make expressions. Now that I can talk, it's crazy already.
I know the
I don't have lips. I don't have lips or a tongue.
What's the secret happen?
Go to the kitchen.
Yeah.
Look at the spice rack.
Yeah.
Get the one labeled ginger.
Got it.
What else is on the list? Do we need anything else
Does
on the list?
Pate know how to read? I'm sure you know how to read, Pate, but does he know how to read?
He'll be fine. He'll be fine.
As he kind of flitters around the edge. While you're looking through his eyes as he does this.
We'll get used to it.
Sure.
This is a good recipe, man. This is detailed.
Yeah. As he
Oh my gosh, wait, give it to me. I should make some for our next game.
You totally should.
I was gonna.
Good idea.
I was just gonna stealth do it and show up with him.
As he
That's all right.
flies around the corner.
You don't have to do anything.
There are, you can see now at this point, they're still overturning furniture. They're placing things back. They're currently in the process of kind of taking down information and kind of writing deep reports about what they see here. coasting into the left-hand side into the kitchen. You can see the kitchen, the table is kind of busted on one side, the leg is kind of broken from underneath. But it looks like not as much fighting happened in the kitchen. Most things that were broken were kind of near the door and that main table, but the kitchen itself seems mostly intact. There is one wilder that is currently in the process of inspecting the counters. And as they kind of
timeline doesn't exist yet.
Yes, it does.
No,
it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
Oh.
They'll get it eventually.
Crossing the streams. What is it?
We'll just bleep that.
What year is it?
Oh, I understand.
I was like, but this year is.
Time is a weird soup.
Time is a weird soup. There's a wilder currently inspecting the mid of the kitchen, just kind of glancing around for information. Go ahead and roll stealth check for Pate using the imps.
Oh God. Oh God. I should print this out so I just have it on hand.
It should be in your extras.
Wait, what?
I mean, you can add it to your extras.
Oh, I don't have it on my extras.
Well, I'll add it for you after you throw it.
How do I search everything? Oh God. Imp.
Oh, Jesus. This is going to take forever.
It's a +5. So
It's
just go
a
ahead and roll
+5.
and add a +5.
16.
16. Kind of scooting through the air, right past the wilder, who does not seem to notice him flying through before kind of latching onto the side of this cabinet. Kind of pulls it open, and you see the wilder kind of like hears something and go turn his head. Skitters underneath and like is now clutching the bottom of the cabinet. The kind of rib-based wings kind of fold back in and kind of clips into the shadow, and the guy turns around and looks. Just goes back to his inspecting.
Quickly now.
Amazing side scroller. I
Grabs
totally
like
play it.
6 glass bottles carefully and puts them inside the empty chest cavity with the ribs pull out from, and just shoves them inside the body before heading back out of the chamber. Comes back out to the front door.
I got something. I got something.
You don't have to be so jovial all the goddamn time.
I don't know how it's to be anything else.
No, that's right. I shouldn't chastise you for that. It's part of your charming.
And, like,
Oh God!
it just like ejects these spice jars out of the middle of its chest cavity.
Oh, you got the turmeric too.
Yeah.
Good boy, Pate.
I don't really know spices well, and I didn't have a lot of time, so I grabbed what was out front. I
That's
hope it's in there.
fantastic, and a cinnamon. This is great. All right, get back in here.
While that was going on. I just want to kneel next to Eststeros and put my hand on his chest and just say thank you for trusting in us and for giving as generously as you did. I know we're Bell's Hells and Bertrand did bring us together, but I feel like you solidified that, and like Orm said, we're gonna make this right. I'm glad you get to be with your love now.
Anybody else?
When she finishes that, Worm's gonna grab one of the daggers chucked by booby traps into the wall and just yank it out, shove it on the back of his boot.
All right,
everybody
Oh
good?
yeah. Actually, I haven't gotten another dagger since I chucked mine at.
There's 3 more in the mantle there.
This is going to be weird.
Stick it in my thigh holster.
Looking around, anything seem interesting in the room? Anything seem odd? I don't know. Just
make a perception or investigation.
I'll make a D20 roll. See how together I am? Yeah, I'll make a investigation. It doesn't matter. 17.
17, not bad. I mean, The room is in absolute disarray. It has been tossed and shredded. You can see there's this like long painting, what looks to be of an old member of the Prudage estate that previously existed here, that is just shredded by multiple blade gashes. It's like falling off the edge. The frame itself kind of broken in the center. You can see all manner of bolts in the side of the wall. You can see two of the steps are crunched inward and broken, the wood splintering. The whole room is obviously the battlefield for a very intense struggle that happened here recently. And there are 2 wilders that are still in the process of doing their investigation throughout the room. But is there anything particular you're looking for?
Small token, something just to mark the room. I don't know.
Yeah, you can see that on some of the wood-carved walls, on like the baseboards and the higher portion of where kind of the what the fuck is it called? The crown molding kind of hits the top of the ceiling there. There are these small carved, like almost like a griffin arm or like an eagle talon that is just kind of emerging. So they're small, but it can be easily broken off if you want it.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop up and just grab one.
Snaps off easy enough with your strength.
I walk over. Just gonna take a look. Well, it all ends up the same in the end, doesn't it? We'll get to work. Get up and walk away.
Okay. The rest of you all gathering up outside?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Would you like an escort? Or are you heading back on your own to wherever you're...
What does an escort do for us? We're super powerful.
An escort can just go get paid to tell somebody where we are.
You're just bait.
Up front.
Yeah, I mean, somebody comes in and they're like, stop! Ah! You hear the ah, and then we flee.
Sure.
No.
No, we're just gonna go.
Pay for their drinks if nothing happens. We'll buy them dinner.
Are we going to sit as well?
Sure.
All right, and it's in Swill. So leaving Core Spire. It's a very different establishment.
It's more expensive.
So heading to the Smolder Spire, to the familiar interior of the Soot and Swill. With inside, you can see the nice, warm, somewhat jovial interior at this hour of the night as people have gotten right and proper toasty. A lot of the various kind of dirt and charcoal black covered miners that have finished their day's work in the various spire mines are deep into their cups at this time, playing card games, telling jokes and laughing. You can see Preo Madali, the female Inuya that runs the tavern, kind of glances over as you enter and takes a second before recognizing some of you previously in here, primarily the 3 ladies of your troop.
It's pretty here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Pretty's working in the back kitchen. You want me to go ahead and let them know you're here?
It's pretty late.
It's okay.
Will he be working in the morning for breakfast?
Yeah, pretty much he does the morning shift and does the evening shift, and then has the middle of the day off.
Let's do the morning so we don't have someone we know who can get beaten up for information later. Let's just walk through it.
Mess.
We just need a room.
Okay, we'll get you one room for all of you?
A couple rooms, probably.
Okay, 2 rooms. I can do 2 rooms. Okay. That would put you at, let's see here, 1 gold for both rooms.
All right.
Your chambers are gifted. You have an evening between these 2 chambers to kind of talk, discuss, and or just go to rest if you'd like. What would you like to do?
Talk in the morning, or do we talk now?
Sleep.
Okay. As you all find yourselves restful for the night, you, didn't wake up too long ago, because you did wake up in Whitestone when it was the morning.
Oh.
Time change.
The time
That's
changed.
what's so weird.
Yeah, so you're definitely like trying to rest for a bit. It's been, you've had a few exhausting days, but you're still a little wired, and it takes you a little time. You'll end up staying up pretty late in your independent rooms to eventually find rest. So we'll say comparatively, unless you had any specific means of doing so, you'd probably wake up a little later in the morning. Probably would be equivalent of like 9, maybe 10 in the morning.
Okay.
All right with that.
Okay. But nevertheless, tavern is yours. The day is yours. What would you like to do?
We got along.
You do get along. Yes.
And you're one less down now.
One less down. Oh, -2.
Slouching towards normality.
That's right.
Slowly but surely.
You know, something that I should have brought up. I just didn't do it. Chat, when you brought Eststeros' weapon out. Yeah. It had a smell to it. It wasn't the... What was it that had that scent on it?
Well, the weapon probably
It
did
was
too,
the weapon.
yeah.
It's a toxin. Some sort of poison that Thule or her people use. Make sure that once you kill somebody, they stay dead. No take-backs. I know that because the people that I lost, it was in them. So I'll probably bring it up. I don't know, I just kind of choked, but I'll bring it up when we see him this morning. I don't know if they were going to make an attempt, but it's not going to work.
I was wondering why we were able to do that for Laudna and not your family.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it too, and I gotta imagine, we just kind of ran into her. But what happened in my home was orchestrated, planned. And clearly so was Eststeros' killing, so it's just one more tool in their arsenal.
So if we run into her again, it might not turn out the same way that it did. If she takes us down, it could be for good.
Yeah, and we're not exactly best friends, so.
I hate to ask such a sensitive question, but did you ever ask the Tempest why Odahan or these things tried to assassinate her?
She floated theories, test of our capabilities and defenses, and we waited for a long time for another shoe to drop. At least they did. I didn't hang around for much more than not even a year.
What did you think?
I don't know. I wasn't paid to think, really.
Well,
I wondered about it for years, yeah.
It's a good hobby to pick up.
That's right.
What would her getting killed accomplish? What would it look like?
Well, I'm not an expert on many things, but I've overheard a lot of conversations. And Keela sometimes would talk to a few people, but to Derolos about the ley lines that crisscross this world. I don't know. I don't know if that's somehow knotted up in the mess we're trying to untangle. That's all I could come up with. I don't know.
Maybe we'll get more answers in Eios.
Yeah.
What do you think that stuff is? The ichor. Like, why would that make a difference?
The way it was explained to me is that it's some sort of poison.
Have we tried to identify it?
Do we have some?
We do.
There was residue.
On the sword, maybe?
Probably.
Look at it.
I feel like we collected some when we went out to the twins.
You're thinking of the
Am I thinking of something else?
Collected something.
Dunamancy.
Well, I don't know. Letters. Do you think if you took a look at that blade that you'd be able to?
If there's something on it.
Yeah.
Is there something on it?
Who's got the blade?
Well, the weapon is his cane.
Yeah.
It's his silver cane with the top kind of gripping sphere, and it does have blood remnants across it from what looks like the struggle that had
Maybe if
transpired.
you'd been poisoned before that blood was on the blade. I don't know.
I can look.
That'd be awful quick.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'll look and just see.
What
Yeah.
does that sword do anyway?
That's what we're gonna find out.
Well, I mean, not the blood, but the.
Well, am I identifying the sword or the blood?
Let's just take a look. The blood. The blood.
Blood.
Yeah. Well, it's not a sword.
It's a cane.
It's a cane.
It's a swing cane.
Yes. It's a schwain.
Canes can make swing.
Sure.
That's true. Yeah.
I pull out the gun. I'll identify the blood.
The blood itself is what is there is coagulated, but like to a thick degree. Like it's not dry. It's just kind of lumpy and mealy.
Gross.
For what elements you can see close up. You identify it. Now the identify spell.
Let me check it before I wreck it. Identify spell says choose one object that you must touch. Is this an object? Is blood an object? If the magic is, if it is a magic item, you learn its properties. You learn whether any spells affect the item.
Right.
And what they are. If the item was created by a spell, you learn what spell. If you touch a creature, you learn what spells are affecting it.
Right. So, we'll say for the purposes of the use of this spell, you do identify the object. But you can make a nature or medicine check, your choice, to see if you can identify any of these. And I'll say as part of the identify spell being used, you can have advantage on the roll.
Okay. Sure. Natural 20.
Natural 20. For a total of?
26.
26 medicine. You know, and I've researched and read just in your off time, and it's odd, almost like a bank of memory that you haven't accessed before. You begin to recall all these sort of like toxins, venoms, poisons, liquids, alchemical concoctions that all have acidic properties, degenerative properties, necrotic properties. And you're going through it all, and you feel with certainty you have never seen something like this.
Can't even glean what spectrum of magic it might fall under. Or whether it's magic.
There is no magic to it. But it's not anything you've encountered of the natural world either in your memory banks, whatever you want to call it. It's very odd. You feel pretty confident in your inability to figure out what this is.
Huh. That's weird.
You rolling at 20.
Yeah.
You're not making that face you make when you're confused.
I make the same face every day.
Yep. So you're not making it.
Natural 20, and I don't know what it is.
Shit.
So it's either otherworldly or pre-time.
Could be from
But you're pre-time.
Maybe.
What did you just say?
Said lunar.
Yeah.
Lunar.
And you're not
Maybe
as
it's
free time as Ruidus is.
Rudisian.
Gotta make a call.
Oh.
Hot moon.
I am curious.
69, 69 a
Gotta
minute.
make a call right now. Find out what's going on.
But you do.
Hello.
It's even a red phone.
Well played, Sam.
God.
The delay was
But you do also, as part of the focus of the Identify spell, is on turmoil itself. And this silver cane
Turmoil, I thought it was torment.
Turmoil. Sorry.
Turmeric.
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 That would fit.
It acts as a standard magical club when wielded as a cane.
Okay.
But when the wielder gives the command word, which is done,
Pearl.
and wields it, the cane extends and the head transforms into a massive silver scythe blade.
It's a scythe, but it's a scythe in the other way.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Wait, so it's a club this way and a scythe.
No,
Wait,
it's like
what?
the ball is like a club.
Okay.
But then when you say done, it turns into a
Yeah.
scythe.
It extends and
sick.
the ball becomes the scythe blade.
Cool. Well, who can use that in our group?
What kind of a weapon is it? A finesse weapon?
No, it effectively acts as a greatsword.
A great sword.
It's a
Who can
two-handed
use
weapon.
that? That's
Technically
Ashton?
speaking, I could maybe.
Really like you, Chetney.
Chetney can use a great sword?
Look, I'm fucking Jack. All right,
I mean, wait,
question me again.
Chetney, just hold the cane and see how big it is compared to you.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm
Maybe
dropping
give it the magic word and see what it looks like in your hands.
What's the ball? It's just a ball?
It's just a ball at the top of a long
not like
silver
a
cane.
wolf's head or anything.
No,
I
no.
don't know. A werewolf holding a scythe sounds
pretty cool.
fucking awesome.
cool, yeah.
I've seen that on the side of a van.
A werewolf holding a cane is also pretty cool.
Super rockabilly. Put him on a.
But so is Ashton wearing a cane.
I mean, it's all. It's, I mean, everyone looks good
with a
holding a
cane,
scythe. We all
and then
know
when he
this.
changes,
real cool.
he's a werewolf with a scythe.
A werewolf with a cane, a little putting on the Ritz action.
I mean, he's old. Eststeros was old.
Aren't you a rogue? Aren't you a rogue?
Only one level, baby.
Oh, so you can still use big weapons.
Yeah, I be hung for blood.
That's pretty cool. Well, I'll take it then.
Yeah, I just want to check the thing out. I want to see some stats and otherwise, but just curious.
I don't have it. I mean,
Chetney's holding it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unless you're playing with it. Either way, I'm cool.
Done.
He watches the center of the cane seems to like extend into a curve beneath your grip, while the silver ball almost seems to liquefy, and in like just a split second it becomes like malleable before flashing out into this like hooked silver blade. And you can see there's like the handles on the side that kind of like all of a sudden are there. Like you just glance down and they appear. And there's this faint kind of, it's like a soft humming sound, like a buzz, like a that just kind of emanates from the blade itself, and you can see this like strange kind of a flicker of light blue energy that just kind of like ricochets back and forth along the edge of the blade.
Not gonna lie, it's speaking to me, but
No.
catch.
You catch it.
Oh,
Is it technically, does it change size? Is it one of those magical weapons that changes size for depending on who's using it, or no? Is it just
Sure.
No, I don't know. Well, there are things that like
For the
flip, I don't
purposes
know.
of
For
art and
purposes,
design,
yeah.
sure, yeah. It looks great in the hands of whoever's attuned
Yeah,
to
no,
it.
because it's a scythe, and they
I'll
all
say,
look good.
I'll say as part of the attunement process, it does kind of match the size of the wielder.
All right, this is interesting. This is pretty interesting. What's the? Do you have the stats or?
I feel like there's some tension here between
No,
you.
no, I'm
and
just curious.
Maybe you guys could share. Maybe one day Ashton could have it, and then the next day Chetney could have it, and that way everyone's happy.
No, I've just never played with anything like this before.
Roll these to see who carries
It
it.
feels like
Yeah, when you hit somebody with it, there's a little something extra that happens. So
You were trying to.
Oh, wait,
take
wait,
that
wait.
into account.
Wait, hold on. So,
good?
is this in the items? Can you,
It is.
Can you actually find
Turmoil, you
This?
can
Okay,
find it.
turmoil. All right.
But we can look over it
Yeah, do
Yeah,
it.
during
we'll
the
look over
break.
it later.
We can do that.
It's pretty cool. All right.
I don't want there to be tension between
No,
you guys.
I just don't want it to supplant your hammer. I mean, you can give me your hammer if you want to take the
You gotta
side.
get my fucking hammer.
Oh, I can't.
No.
Oh.
I mean, if you want to try it out, actually, that's fine. It's a lot. I don't know if you'd
We
be
could
up for
have
it.
a mediation session where we figure out who gets custody of the
Ashton
blade.
can hold
We
on.
also-
Ashton can hold on.
We
to
could
turmoil.
do. There's a fun thing that we could do. Like mid-fight, watch this. Catch, and I throw. It's not the blade's not out. It's just the club. I throw it at you.
You killed Chetney. Why do you always destroy things without telling us you're going to destroy ours?
There's so much death around us.
Honestly, clearly he was on the edge anyway. I was, if nothing else, it was just getting it out of the way.
This is all over a scythe, Ashton, really?
Well, it was actually a club at the
Three
time.
more good weeks in him.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
But it's true, Chet only has.
No,
you
that's
know,
actually,
like,
I'm thinking like, yeah.
He's got chisels.
And I thought you were going to say only about 3 weeks, but that's true too.
True. Very true.
Yeah, no, like I was just curious.
Can we go get breakfast?
Oh, yeah, we aren't even.
Where are we going today?
Well, we have to check and see if our ship's ready, and if our ship's ready, then we're leaving.
We're gonna go with
Skyport, but
breakfast.
that's at noon.
Breakfast happened.
Let's have, breakfast. We ate breakfast.
You head down, and then it's later in the morning, so there isn't like a fairly heavy breakfast crowd at this point in time. But what you do recognize as you sit down at your table for a moment is the heavy footfalls of the chef handing platters out onto the table to be distributed amongst the tables, who sets it down, and you see the kind of sweaty forehead of Pretty as he kind of leans out and looks across and sees the table and goes,
Oh! Hold on.
comes over and grabs the plates that he set down, picks them back up, like lays them out across his arm and kind of balances it like an accomplished server who's, which is ironic, you don't really see him serve too often.
Short-handed.
Before he comes out and sits down.
Good morning.
Good morning, Pretty.
Good morning,
Always
Pretty.
Pleasure is mine. How goes things?
It's just great. It's just been a good time lately.
I'm so happy to hear that.
We've had a lot going on. Just so busy.
Well, you gotta keep your appetites up.
And he kind of scoots the plates forward across the table.
How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm working a lot and, staying busy.
Have you found love in your life?
No, I am exploring my options.
Oh, you're currently seeing somebody or a few folks?
I'm currently dabbling in some social interaction.
You're being honest with them that you're not looking for something serious, though, right?
First conversation we had.
Okay, that's nice.
So, yeah.
Well, that's respectable.
And it is living life.
If it's possible, your food looks even better than it did before, Pretty.
Mm-hmm. Well, now that I know it was you, hold on.
When he heads back to the kitchen, comes back out, and has just this tiny little, looks to be like a wooden capsule or something. He kind of like unscrews the top, sets it down, reaches in.
Yes.
Massive fingers.
Salt Bay.
And just kind of flicks a couple of extra spices.
A little extra flourish for my extra special lady.
This is your special sauce? Cool.
Thank you. Thank you, Pretty.
Anyway, I gotta get back to the kitchen. But don't be strangers, please.
They're all still single if you ever change your mind.
Well,
Thank you, FCG. It's fine. It's fine.
Long
It's fine.
distance relationships are so hard.
but you're all wonderful in your own way.
Yes, you
Thank
really
you,
don't
Pretty.
have to.
And the friendship means a lot.
No, this is fine.
He's looking over at you, FCG, like.
I know, I'm trying. But I just
Imogen actively goes, ah!
can't find anyone for
So
them.
awkward.
I have tabletop secondhand embarrassment.
I haven't seen Sam beam like this in so long.
I know you're just trying to be a good friend, but just let things naturally occur.
Right. It's just I feel like
And
if
for
they don't
some,
take the first step,
You know,
it's
you
not-
could learn so much from him.
and for some people, maybe they're just fine being themselves. They don't need someone to complete them. Huh?
That's very wise.
Yeah.
It's very wise.
Now, I have to go drain the bacon grease.
You
No, this is, oh no.
Gotta go drain the bacon grease.
I hate it. It is. I hate it.
Well, it is now.
I'm gonna start using it immediately.
Hey, we made fetch happen. All right.
In fact, I can't wait for our intermission to go drain the bacon grease.
Well, to that point, as you have finished your breakfast and begin heading off towards the airy spire to hopefully collect one Bell's Hell's owned skyship, we're going to go to break.
Skyship.
Yes.
Time to tell you.
Back here in a few moments. See you soon.
Millions use NordVPN to protect themselves from cybercrime. People working from any place with internet access. Heroes on a mission. Travelers using unsecured public Wi-Fi. And the ones who have an app for everything. Get the NordVPN app today and be safe online, no matter what you're up to. NordVPN.
Several months have passed since the threat of Cognosa, and Exandria sleeps soundly, never knowing the horrors it could have endured, if it weren't for the bravery of a few unsung heroes. And now, in the shadow of an old threat, the mighty Nine must stand together once again. Exandria may never know their names, but we do. The mighty Nine reunited.
The year 1995. A new phenomenon is reshaping the world. It's called the Internet. 5 teenage hackers are assembled by a top-secret government agency. Their techno mission? Save the information superhighway or die trying. They are the Code Monkey, the Hardware Whiz, the Gamer Geek, the Dark Web Robin Hood, and the Dude with the Car. If these computer whiz kids can hack the code without being sliced, they will become Generation Nord.
Hey critters, Laura Bailey here to guide you through what's new in the Critical Role shop. Oh my gosh, it's so amazing. You need this? You probably need this. Could anything be more perfect? I mean, the Traveler always says impulse purchases are a good decision. This is pretty badass. It's too powerful! Style should never be a dumpster, darling. And hey, if you want, you could head over to the Critical Role shop right now.
We now go live to a special address from the President.
Hey, dweebs! Now as your president, I've been kind of killing it lately. I gave global warming an atomic wedgie, I balanced the budget by selling my paw collection, and I saved the Queen of England from that octopus. But my kick-assery is far from done. According to this chart that I made, an estimated 35% of you are still a bunch of nasty goobers. But don't worry, I have a plan. Operation Gag Me with a Spoon. It's easy sleazy. According to this study that I wrote, if every citizen subscribed to Critical Role on Twitch, we could reduce maximum goobage by a metric buttload. Twitch is the only place where you'll get a live and moderated chat. And if you subscribe to Critical Role, you instantly get access to all their shows as soon as the live broadcast ends. So, while you're oogling these Critical Role dorks with their sick goof-em-ups and their nutty voices, think of me, Gail, the current president of whatever. Now I gotta go make a fresh batch of spitballs, but I guess I have some time for your boring questions. You!
Gail, is it true that if you subscribe to Critical Role through Prime Gaming, you have to resubscribe every month?
Yeah. I do it right after my monthly prank call to pee on O'Brien. Next question.
Does Critical Role have exclusive emotes for their subscribers?
Doy? Of course they do. I like the Hello Bees one because bees are cool. I replaced my whole security detail with a bunch of bees that think I'm their queen. Last question.
Yeah, with all due respect, is Operation Gag Me with a Spoon a real policy, or are you mad goofing?
Am I mad goofing? What, do you see me scarfing milk duds while doodling ding-dongs on the Sky Mall catalog? Listen, I know I'm new to this, and I admit that when I made the wish to be the boss of everything, I did not know the witch that works at Woolworths was listening. But Faustian bargain or not, I am the president now, and I have an obligation to lead this country. So to answer your question, no, I am not mad goofing. Security, take him out! Later, Chudruckers!
And welcome back. You are incorrigible. So, here we are. Mid to late morning here in Drusar. What are you doing, Bell's House?
Going to a sky ship.
Yeah, we're heading to the sky ship.
All right, so you all go ahead.
Skyport.
Great. So that is a 2-trip gondola ride at 1 silver.
God, you're
each.
still
That
doing
is
that?
14 silver. So.
14 silver. I got this.
Okay.
I got this.
Thanks, Ashton. Can we just
So we're keeping an eye out for suspicious figures.
Roll perception check.
Yeah.
Can we just
We can't
send
jump to
like
the quick save yet?
100 gold to the city and just be like, we're done.
Do they have like a
I'm
fast
just-
pass or something?
Nah, just like nickel and diming you.
What's that?
I attacked the gondola operator.
Oh, lovely.
Okay.
Yeah, no, 17 to keep an eye out.
Okay, keeping an eye out as you go. Perfect.
Is that?
I think that's a curtain closing.
Oh,
I was like,
perfect.
that's rain.
I thought it was boring.
I know.
We all just sat here,
Such a
just
weird-
waiting our turns. letting the impending
No questions
massacre
We're about
go.
to die.
Well, the studio's gonna fall in.
Yeah,
Good reactions.
we're not going to make it. However, climbing via the gondola to the airy spire, kind of taking in the series of events that have transpired recently, the intensity and intention that you carry, you eventually climb here to the highest point, looking back over the mostly now revealed jungles below, the mist is seeming to have burned back for the midday sun. Relatively clear blue sky, very little clouds to see at this point. And beyond that, you can see the serpent-wide peaks along the horizon. And looks to be 3 sky ships in port. One that is getting ready to leave. Looks like it's headed towards a northward direction. And sure enough, there it is, the Silver Sun, the familiar sky ship that you had spent quite some time on, still locked into port. Now, in the center of these expansive docks where they go ahead and lock themselves and tether them, there is the central office, which is kind of like a small watchtower that has a staircase that leads up and looks to be kind of an open watch space from within, where a handful of desks and most of the individuals that run the control of the various skyships coming in and out resides. You do recognize, as you've seen before, the port captain Tang is in the process of finishing a conversation with one of the workers there, who's making the...
How did we forget that we had broken the fucking ship on the last time we were on it?
We absolutely broke it, or it's just slightly
Yeah, one of the
damaged?
wings fucking snapped off.
And like a mast broken half.
I'm sure that's what they're in port, though, to complete those repairs.
We break a lot of things.
It's been here for like a day,
How
2
long do you
days.
need?
2 days.
We do
It's
own
wood.
it.
Just let it talk.
Who's going
Yes,
to talk
we
to
might.
the guy?
Tang.
Tang.
Port captain.
All right, so you both so somebody step forward here.
Charming people, one of you. Thank you.
Stepping forward and kind of like, as you say, port captain, kind of glancing over the side, you can see the kind of bright-eyed Istfera glance over with the kind of vest-like dress of import here, with the hat that denotes their captain status here among the skyport, kind of glance over. Hello? Hello?
Good morning.
Hi, you are looking for the captain, eh?
Captain Zandis, yes.
Captain
Tang.
Zandis.
No, I thought you were. Sorry, DM. I thought you were portraying Port Captain Tang at the moment.
I am.
You are.
Yeah, we're looking for Tang.
I'm talking to Tang
About
And
that.
you're looking
looking
to
for
Tang. Why are you looking for Zandis?
Because he's the captain of the sky ship.
Here's Tang, and I want to find our
I'm so
ship.
sorry, sir.
With Zandis.
This is just...
I'm extremely confused, but that is all right. You're looking for Captain Zandis of the Silver Sun.
I don't know if you got advance word. Yeah, we're going to be riding this ship today or soon.
Sorry.
We're the owners of the ship.
Right, no, this, all right, yes.
This dialogue tree got weird.
It'll be updated in the next patch, don't worry.
Then I'm talking to this person to find another
I
person.
fully understand that. I just thought you were going to talk to this person because we needed to talk to this person. This is just juice.
Uh-huh. Mama juice.
never gonna get home. Rowan's gonna be like, "Hey, Mama, dude."
No.
Go play your Nintendos.
Gotta get up a Nintendo.
It's not a problem. It is nearly complete. We are getting all the paperwork approved and put through so we can have you into our system so we know where all of your paperwork is situated. About 15 or so minutes. If you have not met the captain, I recommend you go ahead and learn to meet the crew for your journey and then return here and we will have it all squared away.
Great. How are the skies today?
Oh, beautiful and clear. Look around you. It's a gorgeous day.
I couldn't see it until now.
I'll be right here. Sorry, business. Scoots inside
Did he say if it was flight worthy?
He did not.
Okay.
Well, we can ask her.
We can ask Captain Xandus. I mean, I don't know why you haven't asked for him already.
Imogen is wobbling.
No, I'm 3 sips of Mama Juice, okay?
I'm not sleeping, I just have my eyes closed.
Oh, you all so much.
Nana's just closing her eyes.
If the doorbell rings, don't answer.
So, Imogen kind of S-walks behind the rest of you. You're heading off.
It's been a tough few days, all right, guys.
All right. So I take it you go approach the familiar side of the Silver Sun. It looks like some of the minor impacts and, scars of recent conflict and weather are mostly still there, other than the broken mast elements that hold the sails have been repaired, and it looks like one of the sails is being affixed to it at the moment. So it's not completely repaired, it's in process, but it's still functional. It looks like it's airworthy.
Okay.
Did he say that the paperwork had landed or no? We definitely need that before we go.
We got word, but pointed us to Xandus.
Yeah, okay.
Is that another 15 minutes?
Great.
We should be good.
All right. You approach the edge of the Silver Sun, the stairs that ascend to the deck of the ship. There you are immediately greeted with the familiar face of First Mate Khalil Bennett, who turns around, his glasses kind of wide over his unwavering smile, kind of glancing towards the rest of you.
Oh, but it has been quite only a few days and you've already returned. I've been notified that apparently there is a changing of ownership. So that's interesting and new.
Yeah, we're changing the world one skyship at a time. Starting with this one.
Very well.
You're going to be seeing a little bit more of us, so lucky you.
Lucky all of us. I'll retrieve the captain.
Darts off and heads below deck.
We should promote him. He's very unsettling.
There's only one rank higher, though.
Is that how we're promoting people now? The degrees of unsettling?
A whole bunch of captains?
Should we just get rid of Xandus?
Oh,
His time's over.
They're wonderful.
Their time.
Thank you. Their time.
The gray-blue skin now peers out into the open sunlight as you see the familiar bald-horned head of Xandus approaching from below deck. Goes, oh, well, hello. Welcome back to the ship that you apparently own, I guess, maybe. That's kind of crazy. What? You're alive? Hi.
Oh, that's right.
Whoa.
You were a cargo last time.
I was cargo.
Well, no.
Precious cargo.
Yeah.
Cargo.
How did you transport me? I actually haven't heard that.
Ashton
I wrapped you in a thing.
Like a gift.
Like a baby.
Or
like a dead baby.
Yeah, we took every consideration, and they were very gracious in your transport.
There were a lot of people making sure nothing bad was going to happen. There was many.
Took all your stuff. Do you want your Pearl of Power back? Are you good?
You honestly feel like you can have it. I don't think I ever used it once.
Okay, good.
Well, either way, super glad to see that you're alive and back with us. It makes it a lot easier for, where if you want to rest, we don't have to put you somewhere. You just go find a place and put yourself there, which is much easier on all of us in the crew. So, yay!
Oh, yay.
Is the ship ready to sail off to another destination?
Yeah, well, we can make it work. Yeah, not just we can make it work.
What would make that?
We got you back, right?
Well, yeah. What?
We got you back from Bassaris, right?
But,
It's
but
not all that strange, really, from what I understand.
Would an extra day make that more comfortable, or?
We can take another day, be done with that, or we can try and fix it on the road, you know?
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Do we need any supplies or anything? We okay?
Well, that's true. We're heading to Eios.
That, okay. Okay. So here's my question. So, we're going to Eios. That's quite a ways away.
How long of a?
It's about 1,100 miles to the southeast of here.
Time-wise?
About, I say, 11 or so days.
Oh.
Well, it can be shorter, but that would mean going back over the Hellcatch, which is a lot more dangerous, if you recall. Look at the...
Remember how smart it was?
So,
How much shorter would it be?
2 to 3 days shorter.
How far away is the Apogee Souls?
4 weeks.
Oh, it's a little under 4 weeks, I think, from now.
Okay. Oof. Okay.
So, I mean, it's really up to you.
No, I don't think we're looking to do anything too risky. We're not in a crazy hurry. So we can take our time.
Why are you talking with ellipses?
Huh?
Why are you talking with ellipses?
It's dramatic pause.
I feel like you're
It's
trying to keep the camera on you or something.
Well,
but there
listen,
isn't a camera. We're just
Ashton.
talking.
What?
There was a wall. There were 4 of them. Never mind.
Yeah, we can take our time, you know?
All right, then we'll go through the proper trade routes, which will take us around the Hellcatch Valley and eventually get us into a Shanador, avoiding most of the treacherous skies and their grounds around the valley, which will be peachy keen as far as how this wonderful baby's been taking the hits. So, perfect. How soon you looking to go then?
Well, a question. I'm not super familiar with the map. Chet, you've got the map.
I got it!
If we wanted to try on the way to find the Gorgine,
They're on the way.
but are they on the way if we take the longer way around?
What is the Gorgine?
It's in the middle of airship jungle.
Oh, like in whereabouts in it's a lot in the Shanador. Like it's a big space.
In the gloom.
Gloom! No, wait. I actually have this part written down somewhere. Going to the gloom.
Amazing to watch. I can keep watching it.
I'll find it first.
Nope. Gloom jungles.
No. Yeah,
that right?
no, that's on the way.
Sorry, I get really excited. Sometimes victories are all we have when you're 400 plus years old.
Only so many victories left.
Oh, you've had a frying couple days. Great, this is gonna be a fun ride. I'm here for it. Let's all get weird in this, guys, huh? Okay.
Yeah, the gloom jungles.
Okay.
That's not on here.
Perfect. No, that literally surrounds the entire northern side outside of Eios, so we got to go across them anyway. You just point out where they are in the jungles, and maybe we'll can't really go into the jungle, because the trees and the boat kind of have a problem together. So, but we can get you kind of low. We can drop their ladders and kind of hang out for a bit.
We'll find a spot. Maybe there'll be a clearing.
I'm just asking. We don't need to switch to the shorter, more dangerous route to reach there, right?
No.
Okay.
Great. It's just more of a C curve as opposed to a straight route. So still same direction. Just it takes a little longer, but much safer.
All right.
All right.
It's gotta be easier way to get up and down off of an airship.
Check the ball.
Oh. Check the ball.
You have the ball?
Check the ball.
You look
Shut up.
Huh?
No.
Wait, what?
Check your other one.
If you look at the sphere, the ship explodes. Where did you think you were going?
Twist.
11 days. I mean,
It's a long
it just
time.
seems like a long time.
But
Is it worth it to try to
9 days or 11.
going through.
shorten the timetable if Thule is doing everything that Thule is doing?
Oh, you're right.
We don't even know if where's Thule's next. What are they doing?
What?
Well, I mean, we don't know what they're doing next.
No, they have 3 more days to do it, though.
3 more days to do it. What do you mean?
If we
take longer.
We should send him a message.
I don't really want to open up that connection.
Why do you say that?
Well, we're just guessing, right? But at least if you're sitting across the card table from someone, you have a chance to get a read. Maybe they'll reveal something.
It's not a card table, though.
It's not. It was a metaphor.
It's a shootout.
Well, we know they came here to kill Eststeros, so they're on a northward trajectory. Doesn't mean they can't turn around. And they did have all of those crates that were labeled to the Cerberus Assembly, so maybe they're heading northward.
They got here faster than we did, and we got here fast.
It's true.
I think she has the ability to transport herself in the same way, if not more quickly than we do.
And members of the Grim Verity, Eststeros, people are ending up dead. So we're trying to talk to people, and I don't know, maybe our chances are better of talking to those people if they're alive.
Yeah.
I'll also be the one to point out that we kind of got our asses handed to us last time this went through, so anything we can do between now and then to, I don't know, up our chances might not be a bad idea.
Well, we can always...
Orgine help with that?
I don't know.
We can always make contact while we're on the ship.
How dangerous are we talking about if we go the direct route?
Well, for instance, most of the time when you're traveling the normal routes and just kind of taking the safer spots that go over the exterior mountain perimeters around all these various regions, you might have like one bad day out of 10. Hellcatch is 1 out of 4 to 5.
Why don't we get there and then we can decide, right? We're not going to get there for a couple days.
You mean to the Hellcatch?
Yeah.
Well, we kind of have to set our
it
route.
depends on if we're going like to the straight south on the mountain range.
We'd start the divergence now.
In about a day, I guess, maybe.
All right.
Yeah, it's only 4 to 5 times worse if we go straight through.
For 3 days.
And maybe we'll get lucky.
Make it 3 and just
Have
call
we
it
ever
3.
gotten lucky?
2.5.
No. Just think
Not
of what's
that I
at
can
stake.
really recall.
No.
We do have a
Yes,
new airship.
probably.
It would be horrible if we
And your memory
destroyed
is
it
a steel
first
trap.
5 days.
Boy, it's a little wild up there.
Yeah.
I only got enough room for my escape pod for myself, so it's your call. I don't have an escape pod. That's ridiculous.
I'm going to be checking that fucking ship for an escape pod.
Like an insight check.
Think it's worth it?
We do dangerous things and we take dangerous risks, and that's
19.
I would really...
Oh, what's this now? I can finish the thing I said earlier? Here's the part that I didn't read. And your friends get the book immediately. That's the part I skipped last time. ddbeyond.link/shop.
Said it, regretted it.
I say we take our chances and go through.
Yeah.
Cut down on time.
We're doing it.
As long as for a couple
Will we
days.
still go through the pass by the Gorgine if we go straight through Hellcatch?
And we'll still pass over the jungles.
Yeah, the glue.
There's a lot of jungles over there, so it's, practically the same. It's just a little more direct route.
How many days from Eios would you say those jungles are?
About 7 to 8 days.
From the jungles to...
Oh, no, from here to Eios, sorry. From the jungles, to the jungles, probably like 6 to 7 days, about a day and a half maybe travel once you get to the jungles to get to the city proper. So
okay,
it's nice.
So it's all end game for the journey, more or
Yeah,
less.
more or less in the same area, as far as I know. I mean,
How many hours before we can set off?
well, you just need to get the paperwork. At this point, you see one of the this kind of airport courier kind of comes up. This younger, it looks like 16-year-old, like scrawny, extremely pronounced Adam's apple, human boy, scraggly, kind of mouse brown hair that kind of just sits around the shoulders. You can barely see his eyes. It kind of covers the front, and he's wearing kind of a simpler version of the vest that Captain Tang was wearing, and kind of walks up and was like, excuse me, this is, I was told to deliver this over. This.
Oh, thank
okay,
you.
I didn't finish your paperwork.
Thank you.
Here.
I love
have
it.
Oh.
Fuck, I always forget.
Sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. I
have a silver, and I throw it at his forehead.
Ow! Thanks. Picks it up and puts it in his pocket.
You're welcome. Be gone.
Okay. Runs off. Sandus goes. I always told him there are ghosts around the docks,
Really?
and finally paid off.
Oh my god, you should have told me. I could totally do like a little illusion, like really
Next time we come around.
Okay.
We just gotta give him more silver. Paid off for him, literally.
That's really great. All right.
Okay. Well, we got the paperwork. We're pretty much good to go wherever. We can try and do the rest of the repairs on the way and cross our fingers.
Are we good on supplies?
The only thing
For such a long journey?
might just need, just real quick before we leave, we got a ton of money, right? Can someone fast just run and give me a couple diamonds real quick?
That would be smart to have. Didn't we get some diamonds?
I don't think so.
We didn't get any diamonds.
No, I think they supplied it for the ceremony.
Oh.
Right.
Sure. What do you need? Like a couple $300 diamonds?
What's a dollar? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure. Before we go, we're gonna go get some diamonds.
Hey, you dress up however you want for the trip. I'm not gonna judge you.
I was telling you, Matt.
Oh.
That's how
I think he
her
also
eyes are just
says
sort of
we-
wandering and blurry. I was talking to you.
The one in the middle.
All right.
We need some diamonds.
Okay. Well, it gives us some time for them to get supplies for the trip too.
Great.
Food, liquor.
Yeah.
Now, for the purposes of the continuous availability of just free roaming diamonds, which is, limited to a degree, you're looking to, I'd say you could probably acquire, and it's not like a singular diamond, it's having to like piecemeal smaller diamonds together to make space. Let's say get like, let's say 750 gold worth of diamonds you can compile, and that's the extent of what you can find, but that's going to take you like a whole nother day and a half to the city.
How about just
Because this is going around the whole town and trying to like scrounge. Like it takes time to shop. This is like the diamond store.
How about 300 worth of diamonds? 300.
If we went to like one jewelry store before we go, like we know we're going to like the fancy district, and we go to like a jewelry
Just
store.
to get one 300, or enough for
Cluster
300.
300, knock it down. I'll say by the time the sun starts setting.
Okay.
So
that's fine.
Because here's the thing, we have some diamonds in the bag.
There's lots of contention about this.
No,
This is a controversial topic.
We do have diamonds. We had a bag of jewels that had some diamonds in it, but it wasn't like a full amount.
I fight with the sword.
Oh, I crossed it out.
I'm
I
a
think we
thumb.
used it.
I think we
used it. We have 2 sapphires worth 300 gold total, and we have 3 emeralds worth 100 gold total. But we used our diamonds
So
already
this
that
will
were
give
in the
us
bag.
one 300. One bunch of diamonds worth 300
gold.
We also have a griffin flying tool.
Oh, thank you.
That's important.
That's important. All right. Sunset.
Okay. So as the sun is now setting over the Drusar jungle, you gather what other simple supplies you need for the journey, what food, tack, and or
cookies.
Sure.
All right.
Just throwing that out there.
Yeah. Make some. You want to make some cookies?
Yeah, it's a long journey.
Sure. Yeah.
I'll make cookies on the road.
Perfect.
Okay,
I'm
no, we'll go
assuming
for
they're
it.
For the hell of it, just go ahead and roll. Just roll a d20. Well, for the sake of narrative fun, just roll a d20 and add your intelligence modifier.
Make good cookies. Worms
11.
counting on you.
11.
No.
Yeah, they come out fine.
10. Oh,
10?
cookies?
Yeah. It's not a super high DC.
Right.
It's more. It's more.
Cookies.
It's more the swing to see if they're like.
I don't know. I burned a chicken the other night.
incredible or
shit
abysmal.
Okay.
These are great. These are totally passable cookies. Yeah.
They're not Esteroses, but you know.
While we were at the jewelry store,
Just, you know.
is it possible to see if they have a ruby worth 400 gold?
A singular ruby.
I need to find a ruby worth 400
It's high
gold.
fantasy, but not that high.
I will say, roll a d20. Add your investigation.
I mean, okay.
Oh yeah, I did. Just dog shit. Just dog shit. 6. No, yeah, 6.
So you find one, but it's going to take longer time. So we'll say like by the early morning tomorrow. You have to wait for the shops to open by the time you get there.
For what?
Some ruby.
Like a fancy ruby. If I enlist Ashton's help and FCG's help, who've been in the city longer, would they know of somewhere to like?
I would say they probably aren't too familiar with any of the higher end jewel crafters. But if you want to, you can totally do it. But it'll take you by the morning to do so. So you'll spend one more night.
This up just for that. So.
What if I just sit overnight in the fancy district and wait for someone to walk by who looks like they might have something on them and just
Do you want to mug somebody?
I mean, in general, yeah. But
I'm gonna mug someone.
Okay. Just gonna give them a memory.
I mean, we probably need more than I do.
Okay, no ruby, we're going.
No ruby or one more night?
I am not gonna hold everybody up just so I can get some fucking ruby.
Okay.
Keep an eye out.
It's your call.
We'll keep an eye out.
Maybe when you get to Eios, you could try and find
Yes,
one.
I need one. So, but yes, I will hold off.
But you're holding off. Okay, last chance.
I'm holding off.
All right, holding off.
Thing.
Okay, so the evening begins to press on. The sun vanishes beyond the western horizon across the Serpentine Peaks. You get onto the ship. The materials have been set. More of the repairs have been completed. It looks like it's still kind of one sail partially down, but they're still working on it as they go. Possibly if it has to, they can't really like repair it while it's in flight, but if it were to take a break, they can try and do it when they arrive at the destination. But they're ready if you are.
Is the broken sail going to slow us down at all?
It's not really going to slow us down in the moment, but if anything, the winds get unruly, if we end up being harried by elementals, or if, I don't know, the storm comes and tries to tear us apart, then it might make it a little more difficult to avoid some of these things or get back safely. But, you know, we're not taking the more, we are taking the more dangerous route. Yeah, you know, you only live once, right?
Last minute pitch. We're taking the direct route. It's faster. It's more dangerous. Yeah. You want to find a ruby.
I think just
take one night. Fix you said like a day to get that up and running?
Yeah. If we work partway into the night and get back into it in the morning, we could have it done by about noon tomorrow.
How about what if we threw our Chetney at you? Our old person.
Are you good at sail repairs? You have a lot of time on the ship?
Does it involve wood?
Parts of it do.
I love working with wood.
Well then, welcome aboard the Silver Sun once again, Mr. Chetney Woodworker.
Pockery, C-Pop Industries. It's a growing business. I'll be here. I'll get us in time. Half the time needed. We'll be ready by sunrise.
I like his gusto.
We'll see.
All right.
Compromise. We'll take the faster route, but we prepare for a day to make sure that we're best prepared.
Okay. Then I will buy a ruby.
You get another night of sleep.
I get another night's sleep.
So that
I'm less dead.
-1. All right, so you are able to find by the morning the ruby that you seek. Imogen, you got your ruby. Chetney, as you are helping the crew, you are specifically helping out the deckhands Tirana and Gordy, with Khalil overseeing, while Xenos is handling all the final gathering of materials and supplies. Go ahead and make a D20 check, adding your proficiency modifier and your dexterity modifier.
Proficiency and dexterity. 19.
19, not bad at all. Yeah, you, with your help on top of the rest of the deckhands, by the time you finish your shopping by the morning and the rest of you have whatever the supplies you need before to go, the sails are pretty much repaired. They're not polished, they're not perfect, but you can always handle that down the road if need be. But these are definitely...
I work so fast, I'm covered in like a blizzard of wood chips and shrapnel, but fresh nicks all over my body because it had to get done.
Good job, Chetney.
You cut yourself a lot.
I become one with the wood in the moment. It's like a dance.
I'm imagining him shirtless with like wood chips caught in his curly
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Cheshire.
It's like rolling around on the
I
floor.
need a hero.
New Old Spice ad.
While we were
Happy
here,
Arbor Day.
Laudna, I hand you a giant bag of gold. I was saving 3,333 gold for you from the hoard that we got.
It's a lot of gold.
Yeah, well, it's what you, it's your share.
Oh, thank you. I don't think I've ever seen that much money. Ever. That's, I don't know what to do with this. Thank you. 3,000 what?
3,333.
3,000.
All right, you crazy reprobates, you got your stuff in line, got your materials in, finished all your stealing, your thieving, anything that you're doing here in the city.
Hey. When you went to get the ruby,
yeah,
could you get me like a couple of like fancy coins?
What do you mean?
Just like
commemorative?
Yeah, like commemorative coins.
Like fancy ass coins?
Yeah, like gold coins that are like fancy.
Here, have a couple gold coins.
No, but like I need them to equal 25 gold pieces. So it's either you stack 25 gold pieces or you give me one fancy gold coin that's commemorative.
Can they do?
I don't know.
Oh, look for that one there at a fucking jewelry store. What? Like a big ass gold coin?
Maybe.
Do you have like a really expensive gold coin?
I'm not entirely certain. That's not really our specialty.
Just give
but
me anything that's worth 25 gold.
I can look into it.
Make an investigation
need a
check for
coin?
me.
I need something worth 25 gold.
And you wanted a coin?
Well, I just assumed that would be a thing.
I've made that mistake before.
What am I rolling at?
Investigation once more.
I wasn't gonna say it.
13.
13. A little bit of a detour, but you do manage to find, we'll say, a 26 gold worth commemorative coin that has other coins melted down, and it's emblazoned with the symbol of the Drusar, actually specifically the variant coin stores of Duman. It has the Duman logo printed into it, and is designed to be. It was once used as an emblem of the coin stores of Duman, but they've changed the emblem about 20 years ago, so now it's more of just a memorial coin of a point in history.
Yeah. Duman memorial coin.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Got it. I was expecting a Skittle.
Great. All right. Sorry to interrupt you, Xandis. Keep going.
You could have just gotten him a commemorative plate. He wouldn't know.
Could you also, when you're out, could you get me a peanut butter protein smoothie? Ready?
Silver. I got it.
All right, we got our business done?
Yeah, go. Let's go.
Fantastic. All right, that being the case, welcome on board your skyship, I suppose. I am your humble Captain Xandis once again. Happy to be working and seeing your faces. Appreciate what you've done in the past to keep us from spiraling out of the sky and exploding in a fiery wreck. So continue to do that, please. If you have any problems, any questions, any concerns, tell somebody else. I don't care. They'll tell me. If it's important, I'll come talk to you. Otherwise, hope it's comfortable. Hope you like the food. Hope you like the view. And I guess let's shove off for not entirely comfortable skies, huh?
To the skies.
Jeez. Oh boy.
What's wrong with you?
With that.
There's a lot of sugar in this.
The silver sun unmoors from the airy spire skyport and begins to shift and head towards the south-southwestern direction, the familiar view of the jungles below as you begin to push outward in the direction of escape from the Odiran wilds towards the dust-covered, danger-laden realm of the Hellcatch Valley. So, now, we are on the journey. This is an 1,100-mile journey. The direction.
A little less because we're going over Hellcatch.
Right. So, we'll scoot through this with as much haste as we can amass.
Not too much. Come on, White Dragon.
So, technically, you're getting into this early afternoonish. So the first day of travel, including a night and the next morning, I need somebody to go ahead and roll d20 for me.
I'll do it.
Nope, we got
He'll do it.
Okay. Oh. D20?
Do a bunch of these.
What? 10.
10, all right.
16. Which is 16.
Was it 10 or 16?
No, it's a 16. I can't read.
Okay, that's great. The first day of travel goes by swimmingly. The view over the Hellcatch, from the distance you can see it creeping upon the horizon as the jungle still is this verdant green carpet beneath you. You can see just the distant views of elongated strips of waterfalls that are pushing off the mountain edges and vanishing beneath the canopy below. You can see the elements of the mountains pushing inward as the gorge that holds this jungle begins to press closer and closer to where you come towards the end of the valley. Second day, who wants to roll a d20?
Just go down the line.
To the big one. 18.
18. Okay.
You're also at 0 now.
Yeah, you've recovered.
Yes.
Yes.
Second day of the journey.
Feeling a little bit better, yes. Thank you.
Second day seems to go by. But Laudna's missing.
Start over.
I was waiting for you to hit over the edge.
Which, for the record, if any of these days transpire and you want to try something, have a conversation, cast a spell, whatever the case may be, feel free to jump in.
I assume that I'm staring at my little glowy, my orb, my seeking orb,
Fair
quite
enough.
often.
No worries.
And
Good
total,
repair.
total fluff, but Orm every morning after he does 200 squats goes out to the front of the deck and practices the Zephyr Tom for like an hour.
Murph over here.
You got it.
Living that healthy life on graph
for an
paper.
hour straight.
Yeah.
Quad's hurt from just hearing that.
Nobody does that. Nobody does that in their right mind.
Alrighty. The third day begins to come around. And at this point, the verdant green carpet is now passing below as you hit the sudden and hard cliff edge that drops off into the valley itself. And the ever-sprawling greenery and visual of bright, colorful life begins to turn to beige and gray and brown. Along the edges of the mountains, you can see the cliff sides becoming more sheer, and the heavier clouds of wind and small, kind of localized dust kick-ups and dust devils can be immediately visible, as if the topography seems to adjust in a very hard and immediate way. But you've made this journey once before. It's familiar to you. The day goes without issue. Third day. Let's go ahead and have somebody else roll.
Come on!
3.
Oh.
3. I need you to roll a d6 for me, buddy.
Yeah! Yes!
1.
White dragon.
Okay.
The eyebrows went up. Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw it.
On summer vacation?
No. So.
Yeah, no, you're gonna die.
Uh-oh.
The journey, as clean as it has been, begins to shift as an unexpected, almost unseen cloud of dust begins to fill the sky, and Xandis begins to yell out loudly across the way, "Well, you chose this route, then I guess it's already starting to get angry, so hold on tight, we're gonna go ahead and push through this storm. Big dust, big wind, you know the drill. Please stay on this time."
Oh, God.
No.
Strap ourselves in.
Yep.
Yeah. Hold on tighter than we did in the last time.
Okay.
Very tight.
So, in the moment, what precautions are you taking?
I have 50 feet of rope. I'm gonna cut it into 10-foot sections. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Who wants rope?
What for?
I'm gonna fucking figure it out. Here, I'll toss it out. I tie one little corner of it to my leather harness, and I find the rest, and I tie it off.
All right, I'll make the...
Yeah, same.
I'll use my
Tying down.
grappling line to tie myself to something.
I'm gonna use my own 50-foot rope to tether to the mast so I can move and about the ship still.
You got it.
Tied to it.
Alrighty. So just so you guys know, when you say mast, if you remember, the skyship doesn't have a central mast. It has the side masts where the sails are on. So if you wanted to affix to one of those to give you some kind of like side motion, okay, you can do that.
And tied to one, I can cross the mast with 50 feet of rope. I can cross to the other side of the ship.
Yeah.
How wide is it?
It's pretty close. I have to look at it again to measure appropriately, but it's somewhere between 50 to 60 feet.
So well, I grab a segment of Chetney's rope and I make it a 60-foot rope.
Okay.
I take a little bit of my red ribbon and I tie Pate to it, and I throw him into the air and I fly him like a kite.
He goes, "No, this is crazy!" He's like coughing dust out of the skull mouth.
Oh, God. Are you trying to kill him?
He's already dead.
Okay.
All right. So I will need a group strength check. Because of the rope, it is a lower DC.
Okay.
So not terribly hard, but let's see how your luck holds out.
This is not going to be good.
Nope.
Nope.
Oh, it's not bad for Laudna. Oh, no.
All right, go around the table here.
5.
What?
Oh, wow.
It's a bad roll.
15.
You're good.
Strength -2, by the way. Just a reminder. Keep going.
13.
Okay.
I rolled a 3, -2 for strength, so that's a 1.
Okay.
I rolled 3.
Okay.
3.
22. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Flex. 4
So-
fails at least.
So you're tied to both masts?
No, one mast.
Okay, one mast.
So that I can
Gotcha.
have a leash, long leash.
You're a tetherball.
Perfect. So, and the rest of you are tied to your rope.
No. All of us are tied separately to the rails. Individually.
Wrists, ankles, belts.
Okay, so you've cut up your 50-foot rope?
50 foot into 5 10-foot sections.
Okay, so make sure you mark that your 50-foot rope is now
It's toast.
separate sets. Yeah.
I got a couple.
For those of you that rolled under an 8, which is a lot of you.
13.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3.
You hold on, and as the wind gusts come, heavy hits, Xandis has their goggles over it. They're just like, "It's all right. I got a good feeling about this one. It's gonna go great." They quickly hit the side and kind of spin the wheel as one big gust slams into the side to try and counteract it. As it does, the heavy impact hits, and those of you who rolled under an 8, you lose your grip and just kind of like vault into the air, about to be flung from the ship before the rope cracks at your back, and then you're now just kind of like hanging off the side, kind of whack onto the side of the ship. You've all been vaulted off the edge and are just now being like yo-yo tossed into the side of the ship.
God.
And so there's just like this group of screams of both pain and fear from those.
What do we do? I'll go ahead and feather fall on all of them to at least make it. Maybe they're like helium balloons.
Okay, yeah. So
that means I'm instantly a kite. I'm on 60 feet of ropes and I'm...
Yep. So the rest of them go from like slamming into the side to just kind of like flinging behind, and you just go.
I start to cast Gust immediately to try to just like stay on a steady path behind the rope.
It's like sneezing in a hurricane.
Okay. It is, and from your distance too, like you can see the ship's shape, but like your vision is pretty obscured at this point, and you're just like having to squint as hard as you can as it's tugging. For all the rest of you that who rolled under that, the feather fall is making sure that the tension isn't being held against the rope, which is good. So I'm not gonna have to roll to see if it snaps. I'll say that you don't lose anybody for this journey, but you do, unfortunately, slow down. The storm does slow you down because of the group failure. So that adds a day of travel. So.
Damn it, FCG.
Me? What did I do?
Roll the storm.
You rolled a storm.
Sounds pretty badass.
Roll, storm, roll.
Roll storm.
The storm does eventually pass. It lasts for a number of hours, and at times it's worse than others, but Sandus had to do some corrective steering along the way and kind of blew off course a bit and is now having to get back on track. So roughly a day was lost in the journey, unfortunately. But beyond that, thanks to your ingenuity, you didn't lose anybody overboard again.
Good job, Chet.
No problem. Keeping us together like wood glue.
Rope is like...
Don't roll your eyes, that's how it starts.
For the fourth day, I need someone to roll a d20 for me.
18. 19.
19, fantastic.
I can't read either. I'm old.
The fourth day seems to go by without serious issue. No storms, a little more clouded in the sky than you left the Odiran Wilds, but still primarily blue with just kind of tufts of white and the occasional kind of light gray. A bit of precipitation that's not about to alleviate itself in the form of a heavy rain or storm. As the night comes around, and you're resting throughout the deck of the ship, those of you who are on the surface notice a strange reddish glow that seems to emanate from the sky. Glancing in that space, you see the normally dark, ruddy shape of Ruidus is in mid-flare.
Imogen?
Oh. While you're resting in the middle of your sleep, a dream of your own making, if you want to describe what dream you're in the midst of right now, a good dream, a medium dream, whatever it may be, what are you dreaming of?
Oh, that's wonderful. I'm dreaming of Laudna and I in a hut outside of one of the towns that we stayed outside of for a couple of weeks. And I guess it's because of the cookies that Laudna just baked, but I'm dreaming that we're baking.
Okay.
Did the flare happen while we were awake?
For any of you that were conscious and above on the deck of the ship, which, you can decide, we'll say probably those two, definitely. Okay.
Because if I saw it, I would have at least asked if you wanted company for your dream states tonight.
Well, the flare happened while she was sleeping.
Okay, never mind.
This is like those who are up late keeping
Got it.
watch.
Never mind.
As you are in the process of kind of stoking the flames of this oven within a hut, and as to cook something within a hut, which is generally made of like flammable thatch, there it's a very enclosed, smaller, kind of wood burning furnace type of a thing there. And as you kind of reach in and push for it, the heat gets really intense, and you kind of pull back as the heat on your face is extreme. And as you kind of pull back, the whole room, all the candlelight went from orange to a deep, deep red.
I'll look for Laudna.
And you look around, and Laudna's not in the room, but the door's open. And outside of the hut, you just see a red cloud.
You have control. I'm gonna step outside the hut.
Okay. You step outside the hut, and there the storm is around you. You can hear the impact of it, the hut itself creaking and elements of it being pulled away from the sheer intensity of the wind. You can just barely see the shadow of a shape walking in the storm away from the hut and away from you.
I chase after the figure.
You chase after the figure, and you run, and you see the kind of darkened, clothed shape of what looks like Laudna, the dark hair kind of moving into the wind, just still walking away from you.
No. Laudna?
No response, just keeps walking.
I'm gonna will myself to move faster.
Okay. You will yourself move faster, and as you're running, your feet begin to just kind of scrape and almost leave the ground, like you're occasionally touching with the tips as you kind of glide in a forward motion to where within just a brief moment you are right at the back of this figure.
Laudna.
You reach out and touch it. Mm-hmm. You touch it, and it spins around, and what was the black outfit of Laudna turns around instead is a darkened, ruffled cloak. And you see what you thought was Laudna's hair blowing was tattered shreds of some sort of almost looks like a funeral shroud or some sort of a deep midnight cloak. And as it spins around, you see this scraggly hair in a lavender-like color. And that memory that unlocked, you immediately recognize this to be the face of your mother. As she looks back to you and goes, "You need to run." While that's happening, Chetney, I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw for me.
What?
Oh, it's the moon.
Shit.
I'm your mom. Do I get advantage because it's against magic? No.
Werewolf, wild mount.
Oh my god, what if my mom is Oh no.
6.
Oh no!
6.
So, you've concentrated on this at moments in the past, and you've thought about it. You know, the curse that you hold, for those who call it a curse, it is tethered to the history of Katha, and the transformations have always been pulled by that massive white silver glow in the sky. Ruidus didn't seem to have much of an impact. But as you've been focusing and been present and more conscious of these flares, there's always just like a little itch in your belly. Like you ate something that's a little off, or there's a bubble that's trying to force itself up to a burp, but you can't quite force it through. It's simple. But this time the itch gets stronger and stronger until you can't help but try and scratch for it. And your fingers go for it, and you scratch for the itch, and you scratch, and you scratch, and you pull, and you tear, and you tear. And those of you who are on the surface, which right now is Fern and Orem, you especially with your perception see Chetney begin to double over and kind of clutch his stomach.
Chet, I'm gonna get about 25 feet away. Chet, you talk to me? Okay.
You have to pull. You have to be free. You have to scratch this itch. You have to scratch. There's no way. It has to be set free. It has to be free. It has to be free. The two of you watch as, from behind, he just tears the flesh away from his torso. And as you watch the skin and hair of the gnomish form flop away like a discarded costume, the woven body of Chetney emerges in an angry, aggressive howl before he spins around, the eyes now emanating a dull red glow. Who do you go after first, Chetney?
Oh, shit. Who's closer?
I am.
Right now it's Orem.
I go after Orem.
All right. Claws.
The ship.
Claws free. Go ahead and make your attacks against Orem.
Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, no. All right. Sure. That is, these are just claw attacks. So 19 to hit?
Just hits, yeah.
Okay. That's only 12 to hit.
Does not hit, no.
And the third with the bonus action is 20 to hit.
Yep, that's 2 hits.
That's 8 points and only 6, so 14 points of slashing damage, and with 14 points of slashing damage. Yeah.
But on the miss, I'm going to use my riposte battle maneuver and slash back at him under the neck.
Under the neck.
That hits. That's a 17 plus. That's a 25.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, so sorry. This is the fight I've always wanted to see. This. Spirit or die. Okay, so it's 8 plus.
Magical, right?
No, it's not. 16 points of damage.
So 8 points of damage.
No, it's not.
The sword is magical, right?
Mine, it's not.
It's not.
Oh.
Yeah, so half damage.
Okay.
Wow.
So as the pain strikes in, the claw marks like across your cheek and across your shoulder, you manage to deflect one of the strikes with your shield and then come in and strike underneath. And as you cut, it's like you're expecting flesh, but you get leather. Like the hide is stronger than you expected. As you withdraw the blade, there is blood, but not as much as you expected for such a precise strike.
Fern, can you help me get a handle on this?
Okay.
So since you got the opening strike, I'm going to have you both roll initiative just to figure out which of you two get to go in order.
9.
15.
Okay, so Orem gets go, then Fern, and then we're back to you.
How much damage was that to me, by the way?
14.
14, yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, shit.
Okay. Okay, so I will use a... No, I'll wait on that. Sorry, what I was about to just say.
It was 14.
Shit, where's all my shit? God, it's been a while. All right, so I'm just going again.
What? Ruidus? What? What? Just Ruidus, though.
All right, I'm going to make a goading attack.
It's a flare.
That is a miss. I'm just going to do axis here. So, second attack is an 18 to hit.
That'll hit because I don't have my mallet out.
Okay, that is a goading attack, so you have to beat a wisdom save of 16.
16. And the weekly top 40. 13.
Okay, so anything on Fern is a disadvantage. And you take 4 plus 5 is 9. Total of 12. So halve to 6. And I'll, after getting knocked back and slashing under the chin, I'll take my blade and then just shove it down through his foot into the deck of the ship. And hold the shield up in front of his fucking jaws.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
And I'll hold, no. Action surge. 18.
18 hits.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Is there anything that would be helpful right now? Are we by the side of the ship or center? Just so I don't...
I'd say you're closer to the center. You may have been kind of close, not at the edge, but a little closer to the edge.
Yeah, I was near the rail.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not going to do that.
Just kick him off of it.
I could maybe get him off, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do a tripping attack. I'm going to try to knock him down. So I'm down here, put the shield up. I've just stabbed. I'm going to then yank it out and bring it and slash into the side of his leg and try to use the force of it to knock him down. So that is now a strength save.
19.
That's safe. So you do not get tripped. That is 10 plus 18 points of damage.
Okay.
So I just
9.
slash into your ankle, and then I get it. So I don't trip you down. You hold against it, but then I'm just going to yank and try to just dig a cut even deeper into your leg. This is the last attack. That's a natural 20.
Oh, man.
Do I get a little boost even though I'm asleep?
Sure, you roll over nicely.
And I'm going to... Would you allow me to, if I make this a pushing attack, to be in the same space? No, he has to be larger. Never mind.
He is larger when he's a wolf.
Yeah,
isn't he?
You're wolf-sized?
Yeah, I'm regular, like...
medium
So
size.
since I'm smaller, can I get under him and use pushing attack to shove him towards center of ship?
Sure, yeah, if you want to try that.
Yeah, and then this gets extra sauce. That's double. 2 is 4. Oops. No, that's the wrong die, Liam. I've been using the wrong dial this time. Add.
I'm kind of tied to the side of the ship though, by a rope.
Are you still tied?
It's
This
been
is a
several
different
days.
time, isn't it?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the storm's passed, so.
Why is Chetney still tied?
Don't tell him he can stop.
So committed.
I don't trust myself.
Someone bring him some water.
Just
Something like dog water.
And that last one, the final attack is 24 points of damage.
Jeez.
With an
With the
actual 20.
crit. Yeah.
Oh,
So that's 12 points of damage to you.
Damn.
Okay.
Oh, and it was a pushing attack.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Do I go permanent?
strength save
Strength save to see.
again.
Not as good. 5.
So you get shoved 15 feet
To the center of the deck.
to the center of the
towards
deck.
Fern.
Do I fall?
No.
No, I'm getting you away from the edge. I don't want to kill you.
Oh, gotcha.
And that's the end of my turn. Finally,
Like
just
slips
turn
between
around.
your legs and then hits you with the shield in the back, and you just kind of like stumble forward into the center of the ship. All right, as we get to Fern's turn, you hear Xandis go, what?
We'll take care of it, it's fine.
Okay. What you got, Fern?
I am going to take my staff and slam it on the ground, touch the top of it, and point it at Chet, and I'm going to cast Daylight.
Yes, I was
Okay.
yes, right. I was thinking that.
I'm gonna cast it, and I'm gonna put my hand out, and I'm gonna say, "Hey, big guy, the moon's getting real low." My staff out.
Okay. You know what? I'll allow you to make another wisdom saving throw.
Okay. I'll waive the advantage on magic because I like this. 13 plus 14.
What's yours?
Doesn't save 16.
All right. So you see him try and resist. This is less against your spell DC. This is against the DC of the influence that you're on. So as soon as the bright light hits and you're holding the daylight spell, you see him kind of recoil and wince and almost like claws at the woven face, leaving these trails of light blood where he's almost clawing at his own eyes. And there's a brief moment where you see the face go a little slack and the breathing go from a growl to a and you see this is having an effect, but then the eyes go back to red and the growl kicks in. Is that your turn?
Does daylight do anything cause damage, or is it just
creates a 60-foot radius sphere of daylight, which can affect things that are affected by daylight or creatures that have sunlight sensitivity. But in this instance,
are we sleeping through all this? Is this what's happening right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone else. That was whoever was on the surface.
Goddamn.
Let me just see. I'm done.
Dance with the devil and the red moon
What
really happened till 2 a.m.
That's my turn. I'm gonna just keep shining it on.
All right, Chetney. Who do you go after next?
I have a sword in my foot, right?
No, you
I
got
pulled
pushed.
that out, slashed a couple times, and then stabbed you in the back and kicked you towards center of ship.
I got the high beam in my face, so I'm gonna go towards that stimuli.
All right, so after Fern. All right, so go for your attacks against Fern in whatever order you'd like. Because they are against Fern and the goading attack succeeded, you have disadvantage on your strikes.
I'm such a dick to you, you dick.
I'm not doing this. This one's cocked. Oh, but it's a 14 to hit?
No.
Okay. Oh, those are both 17s. 25 to hit?
That hits.
Okay.
So the first strike, the bright light, you kind of put forward to the face and it kind of strike out in the middle of nowhere.
The last one also misses. It's a 14. What does it
Great.
Great. So, what does it? 5 plus 5. 10 points of slashing damage. I'm not thinking clearly. I'm just attacking, right? I wouldn't be doing any kind of extra shit.
As far as your consciousness goes, you
primal.
just have to scratch the itch.
Right.
And the itch is from everywhere. Now there's light in front of you, and it's making the itch worse. You have to scratch it.
Yeah, I'm just picking something and scratching at it.
Correct.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, this is...
There's no thought.
This is just primal impulse and instinct.
Feels good.
You've been here a few times, but this is an odd timing.
Got it.
So with that, you manage to put the light out in front, and Chetney's claws are going wide and barely missing you, and then one kind of gets you in the middle of the stomach and chest as you kind of push away, and you can feel the wound beginning to bleed beneath. Oh, that was a tough hit. Orm, you're up.
Okay, Orm starts sprinting low in an arc around Chetney to Fern, and grabs her, puts the shield around her big goat thigh, and just sort of spins her out of the way, and I do bait and switch, and get her behind me in front, between the two. I'll take the armor class bonus.
Alrighty.
So I'm at +8.
Oh my god.
What's your AC right now?
27.
Shield up.
27? Holy shit.
I rolled an 8 out of 8, and I will just take 2 slashies. That's 18 plus stuff, so that is 7 for that one. And the second one is a 18 to hit.
That hits too.
Okay.
First one misses, the second one hits.
3, and that is a 9. So 16 total, half down to 8.
Okay.
And I just hold in place, shield up. Chet, we're gonna hit you until you heal. Knock it off.
All right. Finishing your turn, Orem. Fern, you're up. Now, the daylight is not concentration, so you have that on the edge of your staff. The light is right there. What are you doing on your turn?
Orem, what do you mean we're gonna hit him till he heals?
We're gonna knock him out. Can you, restrain, sleep, anything?
Yes, okay. Hold person.
Okay, make a wisdom saving throw.
I'll use the advantage against magic.
As you do on this one, yeah.
Wisdom saving throw?
Yep.
18.
Shit.
So, as the tendrils of your nature-based magic begin to extend from your consciousness and try and weave their way into the feral brain of Chetney, while they find purchase, there is only animal instinct within, and the magic is dispelled before it can reach the inside of his mind. However, you do have the daylight still up, which means make another standard wisdom saving throw, just one roll.
16.
16. With that, you manage to shake free this weird sensation. You were just overtaken with the need to scratch yourself, and the itch now fitters away.
Oh. Woo! Wait, why? Why?
Well, he pauses.
There's one problem.
What?
I'm under a certain number of hit points.
Oh no.
So make another wisdom saving throw.
Fade back to red.
I have to find the number.
Viper armed.
It's in here somewhere. I'll find it. Maybe it'll be really high. No, it's really low. Wisdom saving throw 4. I'm pretty sure that doesn't beat the DC.
It does not.
Yeah.
So who are you going after?
I'm between them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will go after the guy that ran like a jackrabbit across the ship.
With an AC of 27.
There's a brief moment where you see the beast fades from the eyes, and while the red is gone,
There he is. Oh.
the growl is still present.
The wisdom saving throw is a DC of 8. I didn't get it.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
But, so, make your strikes against an AC of 27.
Cool. Yeah, 14.
Nope.
16.
Nope.
Natural 20.
Oh.
Literally.
Does that beat,
So what?
beats
28?
Yeah.
28. For sure.
Well, a natural 20 automatically hits no matter what the AC is. So.
Unbeatable.
8. 5. So 13 points of damage.
Gotcha.
Slashing.
The first two strikes that come through, you're just like
Yes.
No, just the double.
deflecting with the shield, parrying with the blade, no issue, and the ferocity just overwhelms you at a point. Your defense ends up breaking back before one claw just comes down and like strikes you right across the side of the forehead and along the chin. And you now have that like heavy streak of warmth you could feel on the side of your face.
Are we on me now?
We are now on you.
We're not gonna do this, Chet. Come on. I'm going to. You're below a certain number of hit points. I'm gonna.
Every turn I can
No,
make
I
a
don't.
saving
No, but
throw.
does he look fucked up? Is a question. I want to use my shield to do a tripping attack and knock him the fuck down.
Okay.
So that is a 22 to hit.
Oh yeah.
You have to beat a 16 strength save.
Cool. Nope.
Nope. So you're down on the ground, and then I take my blade and I spin it so the hilt's down. And I go crack on your forehead. Ooh. I don't want to do lethal damage. I want to try to knock him out with this hit. I don't know if the shield knocking him down. Does that do the superiority die of damage?
Yeah.
Because I rolled a 2 plus. I don't know if that's an unarmed strike or if it gets anything or if it's just 2.
Well, if you're trying to get him to 0, But non-lethal?
The tripping attack, I just want to get him down, but I'll take any damage I can get.
Yeah, we're flavoring it as you just cutting up. We can use the damage to say it's non-lethal damage.
Okay.
And then you're gonna soldier boy him with your shield.
Yeah, so 7. So total of 9 total, non-lethal going with the shield.
Okay, reduced to 5.
And then blade flips around, and then cracks right down on his forehead, I hope. Oh, balls roll.
Well, you have advantage because he's knocked down.
Yeah, I do. That hits. 16 plus 20, 3. Yeah. And that is...
Come on.
4.
Come on.
It's 11 points.
Damage?
Yeah.
Half to 6?
Half to 5, technically. It's supposed to be lower, so it'd be 4 and 6, so 10 total from that round.
Okay.
And I'm going to then just move around his body so that now Fern is there, he's on the ground in front of me, and I'm right there, ready for whatever comes next.
You got it.
Flanking him.
Fern, you're up.
Take him down.
You want my body, don't lie.
It's 3 a.m.
Well, all right. I am going to... which one of these should I do?
As you're preparing this, because you are still have the daylight spell up, go ahead and make another wisdom save. Well, actually, this isn't against the influence, so...
No.
I'll allow it. What did you get?
8.
8? So yeah. So you do manage to...
Meet pizza.
Oh.
Yep. So you
Pizza.
managed to meet the pizza. So you do shake it free. You finally like the beast aggression that took over and carried through from whatever this odd influence was comes through. But you still have your turn. What are you doing?
Take him down.
I'm going to cast Entangle and try to keep him on the ground.
All
just in
right.
case. I'm doing this just in case.
That's a dexterity saving throw, I believe.
It's a strength,
Oh, it's a strength.
saving throw of 16.
Make a strength save, Jenny.
Yeah, no problem. Watch this. Oh, 17. No, 19.
19. So, out of the wood planks that make up the deck, watch as these tethering vines and long stretches of gnarled root just kind of begin to grow out and wrap around, and you just like shaking out of it, like instinctually pull back and tear out of them.
The fuck?
But it's the first words you heard out of him.
Okay, I don't hit hard with my shield, I just kind of go boonk on his head. Boonk.
I look down. I'm all covered in fucking gashes. So is Orm. Fern looks all frazzled.
Lovely. Oh no.
As you glance up, the flare diminishes, and there's just the dull, ruddy moon in the sky.
Oops. I did it again.
That's how she sounded before.
And I'll drop hyper transformation.
You good?
I'm so sorry. That's never happened before.
What? That did that. So.
I saw the flare, and then I was overcome by this sensation, this urge to hitch, and then I'm here with you.
Well, you know, we learned a lot. Think we need to pay attention to the cycles of the moons?
It only makes sense for,
But I don't understand. It's never been the red one before. It's always been Gatha. It's just so less frequent. This is a different game.
Yeah, well, maybe we have a buddy system for you at night.
I'm sorry. This is the second time. Wait.
And I reach out and I grab him. I start turning him.
Did I bite you?
No.
You?
Slashed me up a bit.
I wish. But it's fine. I meant to turn me into, because I feel like it'd be super fun to also be a werewolf.
Mental note.
In
the bank.
You
All right.
did slash my stomach, and I'm just bleeding everywhere because of what you just did.
Someone should take care of you. I should tend to those wounds.
I don't know if you know how. So I think
No.
Maybe you do.
No. I have
help though.
You look fine. Maybe we can just. Could I lead you to my my quarters? I have some things. When I sometimes the wounds, they can get kind of infected.
Yeah, I really like that idea, and I'm gonna take a rain check because I don't know if this is gonna happen again, and being alone with you in a room might end up with me dead. So.
Very fair point. Orm, how about you?
Orm's already got self-made clover and moss like growing on the side of his head. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm gonna rub some dirt on it and shake it off.
I'm gonna rub something else. Okay. I'm gonna excuse myself.
What?
I'm sorry about this. Look, if we could
It's
just
really okay. We've all got stuff, We've all got weird stuff, and that's just your thing.
Cool.
So.
All right. Sorry.
We're good, Chet. We talked about this in advance.
Yeah.
We're ready for it now.
Wait, where's Imogen?
It's middle of the night. She's probably asleep.
Should we check on her?
Probably.
Oh, motherfuck.
Meanwhile.
And the hall of justice.
As you see into the face of your mother saying this, she steps back and the wind just whips her away, but almost like she was just strips of cloth. Like as soon as the gust hits, it's like the cloak was all that was there, and you watch it vanish into the storm. You glance up and peering through the top of the dust cloud that continuously consumes the landscape around you, you can see through it, like it's piercing beyond the limitation that it sets upon your vision. The bright, flaring moon of Ruidus above you.
What do you want?
No response.
Odahan? Are you here?
Nobody seems to be present, just the sound of wind. Strong, dangerous wind.
I'm gonna reach out my hand and I'm gonna lightning strike the hut next to me and just destroy it if I can.
As you reach out your arm, all the weird designs on your body, the extended kind of tendrils of energy that seem to slowly move across your body, completely fill your arm, and the bolt strikes outward as it arcs across the outside of the hut. You watch it begin to burn and darken, and as it immediately burns up, the wind carries it away like the cloak but a moment before, and you watch as the flames and thatch just dissipate into the storm.
I'm gonna kick up and fly up into the air.
Okay. You head up and watch as the dust around you begins to subside slightly, further and further, that glaring moon above you. And you can see the darkness of the stars beginning to come closer and closer. You just concentrate on the moon.
Yeah.
A few moments later, the bright, shining light of the flare dulls, and in that moment, your ascension slows, and then stops, and you begin to fall. Faster and faster. The dust storm begins to pick up again. Faster and faster you plummet, your hair pulling around your face. You begin to spin uncontrollably as the wind begins to kick you around. You fall and fall and fall. You spin and see the ground come towards you. You wake up.
I'm gonna cast Sending on my mom.
Okay.
Are you there?
Is that all you say?
Yeah.
Imogen? And that's where it ends, and I take
Is she alive?
He's changing the rules!
Just by game mechanics, she's almost definitely alive.
Don't minimize the fact she's alive!
I'm not minimizing anything. It was fucking awesome.
You're definitely Chetney's daughter. We hope that.
Just centuries.
Search your feelings, you know it to be true.
It's impossible!
I am your father.
the same ring to it, but I'm here for it.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
Well, we'll pick it from there next time. But until then, thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time. We love you very much. And is it Thursday yet? Good night.